Hey, how's it going, everybody? Today we are doing the desert story quest, what is it called? World quest. I'm not sure exactly what it's about, but you guys like the Aranara one, so I thought we might as well do this one as well. Roses, oh roses, grant me my wish. I already butchered the first sentence of the quest. Waiting. That was it. That was the full quest. Bro, I did the wrong one. Is this the right one? Okay, I'm just starting a bunch of world quests that aren't the ones. So let me start it and I'll be back. Okay, I think this is it. He didn't have a thing, it was secret. Anyway, this guy's Bonifaz. Oh, hello there. Looking at your attire, you aren't locals, are you? I was under the impression that the Adventurers Guild would send local adventurers who might have better apprised of the situation. Who might be better. That said, I'm not from around here either. Making a living here is tough for outsiders. Where are you from, Bonifaz? My associate and I are both Mondstadters, there you go. We originally came here to trade in supplies and are at the request of a researcher from the academia. You came all this way from Mondstadt to the desert to do business? Of course. Since you came somewhere as remote to this desert, you two must have been around the block too, I suppose. Of course, and we know your hometown pretty well too? It's true. Well now, speaking of which, then you two must know what sets us Mondstadters apart from the others. You drink like fish. That's so toxic. Yeah. Yes. He's like, yep. Though that doesn't mean every Mondstadter is a lush. I hear that the fellow over at Dawn Winery isn't actually so fond of drinking. It's true. Neelix does not like drinking. How should I put this? Everyone is free to drink or not to drink, so freedom would also worked. Right. What I meant to say was that we Mondstadter value most is freedom. Yeah. How does the saying go again? Go with the wind. Come on, it's actually let the wind lead. Yes, right. That's the one. Come on. When the north wind blows, some dandelion seeds are blown across the sea to Inazuma, while others get swept away to Liwa. As for me, I guess I was favored by the Animo Archon. It didn't stop at Liwa and got blown all the way to Sumeru. The climate and way of life here might be a bit of a far cry from that of Mondstadt, but I'm here and I intend to make the best of things. So that's how it is. Still, could you tell us about the commission you posted at the Adventurers Guild? Oh, well, I accepted an Academia Researcher's commission, didn't I? Tizrad, or Tirzad. That's the researcher's name. He took 2 mercenaries with him to look for some ruins, probably for some archaeology research. I don't know much about the Academia stuff. In addition to providing them with some supplies, my associate and I also rented a few sumpter beasts out to them. Nachtigall. I don't know. I don't know how to pronounce that one. That's rougher than another name. Nachtigall? Nachtigall. I don't know. My associate, I mean it's a German Nachtigall. My associate was worried that they'd struggle to steer the sumpter beasts, so he decided to go with them. We were originally arranged to use a dusk bird to send messages every once in a while, so that I could be informed of their progress or raise supplies to send to them if the situation required. We did exchange messages this way at first, but I haven't heard a peep from them in the last 2 days. Paimon hopes it wasn't a sort of accident. I'm so sorry. I don't know what's happening to my mouth, but I can't pronounce anything. And my reading is awful as well, but I'm sure I'll get warmed up. That's what I've been worrying about, and that's why I decided to post a commission with the Adventurers Guild, and well, here you are. But the desert is very dangerous, and you two seem young. Are you sure you can handle a place like the desert? Are you underestimating us? You've left Mondstadt, so maybe you're out of the loop. But you should know that Rednos isn't just any ordinary adventurer. She's the honorary knight of Mondstadt. It's true. Wait, then you must be the she said my name! The celebrated one. There's so many Rednos around here. Oh then, you have heard after all. That's right. This is the renowned Rednos, and Paimon is the famed Paimon. Goodness gracious, please excuse my rudeness. I never expected to meet a big hero in a place like this, and a little hero too. In that case, I have nothing more to say. I just worry that you may have some important missions at hand, like saving a city or something. Well, kinda. And don't have the time for a menial commission like this one. You know what? This would be really toxic if you have to do this for the next part of the Archon quest, and that's kind of why I'm doing this as well. I'm worried if they would make me do this, and then this line would hurt a lot, even more. It'd be salt in the wound. Another thing I was hoping they wouldn't do, but kind of expecting. I mean, it's not out yet, so I don't know. I feel like maybe next patch, which is 3.3, I think, right? 3.2, I think. I don't know. One of the two. Is going to have not the 5th part of the Archon quest, but like an intermission with the Fatui or something, you know, like an interlude quest. Oh no. It's like we're always doing over-the-top stuff like that. We take ordinary commissions too. Besides, we've already accepted your commission, haven't we? Plus, I, you know, watered a plant earlier thinking it was the big mission. Well, that's great. Right. As for your payment, I'll definitely think of something. That researcher from the academia has also been quite generous. I can picture it now. Just as they run into some trouble, Rennos, a true hero, descends from the heavens to save them. Descends from the heavens, you say? This should secure a double payment, right? This deal is a sure bet. What do you think? We'll do it for the Mora. Nah, I'll be respectful. If they're in danger, we have to help them. Great, fantastic. There's hope for my Cyrus yet. Cyrus? Yeah, Cyrus is the name of one of the Sumter beasts. I rented to them. So he cares for Cyrus. Does the actual Cyrus know about this? Who is Cyrus supposed to be again? Is he the hero? Is he the name of the hero? Is that the Mondstadt event we just had, actually? Well, haha, it's fine. Just don't tell him. No one will know. I don't remember. I thought Cyrus was the hero from Mondstadt. That was so renowned as well. The researcher and the others left the village and headed west. The paths are hard to make out. You should be able to find them by following the footprints. I'll leave the rest to you two. Okay. Interesting. Here we go. Golden Slumber started. Now this is different than watering a Sumeru rose, I'll be honest. Oh, and we do start with waiting. Amazing. I love waiting. Oh, and wait, did it literally just take over to 6 or no? I got lied to. Alright, here we go. I literally, it was 3 minutes past the time I was allowed to do this quest. Good morning. Good morning. No, I don't want to join the Emirites. Leave me alone. Eremites. I said Emirites again. I'm not doing this here. Golden Slumber. Here we go. We're questing. I'll do the commission some other time. I'll do it today. Don't worry. I'll do my commissions, but just not right now. Hey, photo. Haha. You say that because you're old? Get it? Fossil. Man, I should have made that joke in the expiration video. That's funnier. Maybe I'll do it again. Alright, we have to get those. Research and a merchant. Anyway, let's follow and see what we find. I didn't see what Paimon said. I was too busy catching things. Butterflies. I feel like I've done this before. Haven't we followed footsteps here one time before? Follow the footprints. This is far all of a sudden. It's 200 meters. Good thing I have Yelan. Anyway, I have no idea what this is about, so I'm going to just take a wild guess and say... I mean, I think I saw the front... What's it called again? What's this quest called? The Secrets of the Desert? I don't remember. I need these for Nilu. Some gathering. Either way, maybe I should cut this. Maybe I shouldn't.
Take it easy.
Strange, I can't see any footprints anymore. Did they get blown away by the sand? Yelan always talks about it. Just keep looking. Ooh, are we going inside there? Oh, that'd be exciting. Yeah. 300 meters now, okay. Onward.
Take
Sorry,
it easy.
Didn't mean to punch you. I'm just kind of running. Don't you hate it when you're running? You accidentally punch people. Oh, no, no. He's also running. Accidentally punching me. Boniface did say that. Oh, man. I wasn't paying attention. There's so many resources in here as well. Yar, say the Hilichurls. Sorry guys, I'm busy. I'm busy. I don't know what I'm doing actually. Well, I'm saving researchers, clearly, but... Or saving. We don't even know if they need help. Maybe we're worrying for no reason. I'm intrigued though, if this is supposed to be very long. Oh my. Holy. I've never seen this before. They couldn't have fallen down, could they? They could have. There's a little, like, caravan down there. I should unlock this, probably. I will unlock it. Look at this place. For exploration, this kind of worries me. Look at how massive it is. On the other hand, I guess you explore it very quickly. There's one like, challenge over there, and that's that. Yoink. Look at this. I opened this crazy domain. I don't even know what's in here. Oh, it's one of these. I see. Edge of the end. Yeah, they're gonna be exciting. That's a lot of primos as well. Okay. Oh, that's cool. Talk to the 3 people. Okay. I will. Yeah, hello, question mark. Hello, we're... Did you guys also fall down here? Oh, I jumped. The desert's no place for outsiders. If you have a way back, I suggest you take it as soon as possible. Who's talking to us is the last thing he wants to do. Let's try something else. Someone else. I still don't know his name? But Bobby. Oh, well there's the Shumpty Shumpters. It's definitely the right people. Howdy. That's his friend. That's... Nah, no way. It's not the Mondstadt guy. That's the Mondstadt guy, maybe. Just like an academia researcher. Why does he reek of booze? Think you can mess with me and cheat me? Jabril, you useless dolt. How long have we been going? You know, only to get stuck. Ugh, if it weren't for this busted stone slate. Whoa, Paimon thinks he's drunk. There's no way we can talk with him now. Let's go ask someone else. You know now, right? That's the guy we're gonna have to talk to. Oh, this is the Mondstadt guy, never mind. That could be Nachtigall. Nachtigall, I don't know. The associate that Bonifaz was telling us about. I'm gonna butcher these names all the time, more than Aranara. Oh? He doesn't seem well. Paimon thinks he's resting. Let's not disturb him. Wow. Wow, who would have guessed? Oh, he's far, actually. Or she is far. Look, it's pretty Eremite. I wish this person was voice acted. Hello? Oh, are you newly fallen? The aesthetic of these characters are so pretty, though. What do you mean, newly fallen? Oh, do you have a way out? Well, no. I mean, I haven't tried. Waypoints? We accepted Bonifaz's commission to look for Tirzad's archaeological team. Bonifaz, that merchant from Mondstadt? I know him. So, you want to find the archaeological team, huh? Let me think. Isn't that us? I'm Jet. Tirzad sorta hired me. I've heard this name before, I think. Have I not? I'm not doing a Valorant reference. Archaeological. I can pronounce it. He said he hadn't gotten a word from you guys in a while, and he was worried that something might have happened to you, so he asked us to come and check things out. I'm worried about Cyrus. And, yeah, Cyrus, dude. Who's Cyrus? Do we have someone in our team named Cyrus? Yeah, the Shumpty Shumpter. All our Mondstadters. Are all Mondstadters so anxious? What do you mean, a while? It's only been a day. If it weren't for that bad fall in the heat stroke that Nachtigall had, we'd also be trying to find a way out. So this pit is... That's right. The desert is an incredible place. 1 minute, you're looking at solid ground. The next, you step directly into a trap. And as you can see, we're trapped down here. How did you guys get here? Oh, did you guys just get here? Or do you have another way out? Still, we've searched all over this place, and there doesn't seem to be a way back to the surface. We have a wind glider. A wind glider? I heard Nachtigall talk about them before. They sound pretty great. To be honest, I'd love to give flying a try too. Wait a minute. Now that I think about it, your little friend here doesn't seem to even need a wind glider to fly. It's true. Can you teach me, little friend? How can I be as footloose and free as you? I mean, floaty. Paimon's nobody's little friend. What you mean? You're not my little friend? Even Bonifaz knows that Paimon is famous. Redna's here is just as famous as Paimon is. Alright, my renowned little friend Paimon, can you teach me? What do I have to do to float freely through the air like you? You need wings, Jet. Or Yecht. I think it might be Yecht. But I don't know. I like Jet, so I'll just say Jet for now. Paimon doesn't really have an answer for you. If you practice hard enough, maybe a miracle will happen. Everyone has their own special talents. There's no need to force it. That's right. Don't get bogged down with whether you can fly or not, Jet. You should work towards something else, like a race with a Rishbolan tiger or something. What? You're crazy. I see. So, you must have hired Paimon to teach you how to fly, didn't you? Yep, that's what I did. But since you're still using a wind glider, I suppose you haven't trained hard enough yet. Once you train enough, I'm sure you'll finally be able to fly freely without needing a wind glider. I hope so. You seem like a really good teacher, Paimon. Can I hire you to teach me too? Hey, Rednos, how much more will I need to hire Paimon she does it all for free for me. Well, I feed her, I guess. Just food. Wow, you've got a wild imagination, huh? We don't have that sort of relationship. Huh? But isn't it just like how Tirzad hired my father and me? And Nachtigall too. Surely. I can also hire you as long as I have the Mora to spend. Paimon's my companion. Well, if Paimon is willing, it's a way to make Mora. Paimon loves Mora. How could you say that? Of course Paimon would never leave your side. What do you mean? I thought you meant... What? I thought I meant, like, hiring you away. Oh, that's a shame. By the way, have you seen Tirzad and my father? We have. Is the father the big, strong guy? You explain the situation with the other to Jet. Ah, I see. As I said before, Nachtigall must have had a tough time with what with the fall he took plus the heat stroke. As for my father, well, he's got a nasty temper. Don't take it personally. And for Tirzad, he's basically been throwing a tantrum since things stopped going smoothly. That said, grouchy kids don't usually get that drunk. You're not wrong, Paimon. Haha. Sometimes father will have a few glasses as well, but I've never seen him get drunk before. How about this? We can go back together and I'll explain everything to my father. You guys don't want to stay here too long, do you? Feel like I will. Feel like I don't have a choice. Meet the others. Okay. I really want to go kill those trees, but I couldn't. Wait, there's so many Shumpty-Shumpters. Father, I'm back. Oh, is Nachtigall doing any better? I don't know. Is he? He's standing up at least. Everyone's here. Right. Paimon and Red Nos told me everything about what happened. I pronounced my own name with the thick accent is great. How can you just ignore people, Father? Really? When is that temperament of yours ever going to change? That doesn't happen. Jet explains the situation to the three of them. That means we completed Boniface's commission, right? After all, he only asked us to confirm the safety at archaeology team, as well as the Sumter beasts. True. Boniface! What happened? Boniface and Nachtigall are colluding to blackmail me? What? That despicable monster came all the way to Sumeru just to extort me, I swear. Is he still drunk? Mr. Tirzad, was the price not already agreed upon after our discussion? You even confirmed it yourself. So, why are you telling a different story now? He's not happy. I usually have my hands full with research matters, and I've never dealt with business people such as you before. How was I supposed to know the rules around pricing? If Chet hadn't told me that you highballed me, I'd still be foolish enough to think that I scored a great deal. Well, I'm really sorry. Father did not tell me. Father had told me after the fact that I shouldn't have shared it with Tirzad. Everyone's trying to like lowball everybody. I was getting the feeling that Jet managed to offend all three people by saying that. It's true. That's it. I'm laying all of you off. There's a limit to how much bullying I'll take. Sob. That's me on stream. That's not fair, Tirzad. Nachtigall and Boniface are in the wrong here. But Father and I didn't do anything wrong. What do you mean? They agreed on a price. Even if you highball someone, if you agree, you got scammed and now you agree with the deal. Besides, we didn't only get stuck in this place because you insisted on coming here. Then started throwing tantrums after that and fall and drank. Jeez, after that fall and drank even though you clearly can't hold your liquor. You might have the body of an adult, but you've been acting like a little baby. Haha. You don't do anything. You're gonna get punched by her dad. Jet, that's enough. Tirzad looks like he might fade from rage. Now isn't the time to fight. At the first second, I thought it was Sino. I don't know why. What we should be doing is putting our heads together so we can get ourselves out of this mess. Oh, someone's talking sense. So that crook Boniface commissioned you to come look after me, and your famous adventurers, you say. Well, I'd like to hire you to get me out of this Archon forsaken place. At this rate, forget my search. Even my very life will be cut short. Since you're famous adventurers, surely you're more reliable than they are. Is this a double payment Boniface mentioned? What should we do? Now's not the time for bickering. Let's focus on getting out of here first. You're right. Finding a way out together is what's most important right now. Any other complaints can be addressed once we're somewhere else. More safe. That's right. See, Tirzad, if you could think as sensibly as Paimon, we wouldn't have gotten ourselves stuck in this situation. Jet. I just explored a little bit up ahead and found what looks to maybe ruins. Maybe there's an exit leading to the surface in there. This is like Lord of the Rings. This ruins don't constitute a safe place, and I'm not going anywhere with such unreliable people. But you're a researcher, aren't you? Should you be thrilled to have the ruins to investigate? I'm an indorsology. How do you say this? Indorsology. Indorsology. I don't know. Researcher. I should be working indoors and poring over documents. Unlike some adventurers who go stark raving bananas when they see a pile of old ruins. So you accepted this deal because you thought it was a good deal, even though it's not even your area of expertise. So you also try to scam them. Oh, you? Don't waste your breath on him, Jet. Just let him stay here if he wants to. But father, he's our employer, so he has the right to decide what he does and doesn't want to do. We just have to do our jobs. Yeah. His name is Jabril, I know it now. And there he goes. He'll come back after father and I find a safe path. If he doesn't want to come with us, then he can just wait here. Yeah, fair enough. Goodbye. What a happy walk. And there goes Jet. What should we do? Can't just wait here. You're right. Let's go find a way out of here. Are you going to ditch me? The payment for the commission is negotiable, so don't leave me here with this crook from Mondstadt. I've kept quiet up until now, but Boniface and I are not crooks. What ordinary businessman would offer such comprehensive after-sale care? Think about it, Mr. Tirzad. We could have simply received our payment and left it at that, but instead, we let ourselves end up in the same boat as you. I guess that makes sense, but I'm not staying here either way. I'd be more comfortable in the company of experienced adventurers. But you're still rip-roaring drunk. Why don't you stay here and sleep it off first? I'm not drunk, I'm fine. I'm coming with you guys. Don't leave me behind. Then we should get going. We should be able to catch up with Jet and the others. I'll wait here for now. I doubt the road ahead will be suitable for sumpter beasts. Good luck. Okay. So, it's looking like sumpter beast meet. Never mind.
Take it easy.
It's looking like we are going to explore a big ruin, and then we'll see from there. We're trying to find a way out anyway. What's this? No! I wanted to see what the sparkle was. We're here. Tirzad decided to come exploring with us. Good. What now? You mean that researcher actually changed his mind? Ugh. He knows the pros and cons, so naturally, he came along. Alright, well, you get the chance to show off your skills soon enough. How should we enter the interior of the ruins? This is a researcher's specialty, right? Should be a piece of cake for you, Tirzad. Of course. It might be an indoor blub, but something as basic as this can't be too different from what's written in the books. Watch this. Show us what you're made of. It's just a bro, it's a mechanism. This is there. That should do it. Oh wait, he's doing an animation? Are you gonna stop ever? No, it doesn't look like it. I have to press. He's very proud and happy. Whoa! It made no noise. My immersion is ruined. Whoa, the door really just opened. Well, that's Mr. Tirzad for you. That's what sets us professionals apart from the amateurs. How is he so arrogant after being so whiny? Papa wonders what it's like inside. Let's go in and have a look. Well, sure, but first though. What's this? Enigmatic page. I think I have 2 of those now. Ooh. I'll take this. I'll take this. Oh my lordy. This is cool. Very... kind of intimidating, honestly. What is that? Oh. Oh, it's just ore. Oh, I see. You're a researcher, especially in this sort of thing, right? Could you tell us more? I mean, we are indoors, right? We're going indoors. It's a ruin, but we're not outside anymore. Oh, hey, yeah, look at all these little butterflies. Researcherly thing to say. I didn't see what it was. Unagi. Oh, I need Animo and party. Continue exploring. I'm working on it. Let me go with a little Lumine party. We'll go Jean.
Let the wind lead.
Let the wind lead. I'll do my best. And then we need... I mean, I'm just bringing Yelon because she can fight everything.
Let's go get ourselves some answers.
Yep, I agree. Let's go get answers. And I just want Nilu because she's pretty.
Oh, you're calling for me?
Yep.
Coming.
Alright, great. Yeet. Activate. It's quite the puzzle, that. Mm-hmm. Oh. That's gonna be frustrating. Watch out. Really? Wow. Oh!
Busted.
Shit, look at them. Let's see what they got. Punch them. 800. Oh, this is really cool that they're like fighting along with us and actually doing things. Okay, they're not very proactive, but we're doing reactions together. Look at us. What is this again? Oh yeah, you just throw these and then it's visible again. They're just punching in. They don't give a fuck.
Scatter.
Okay, I should have just yelled on burst from the start, but I was kind of intrigued to see what they do. Yeet. Great job, besties. So, I guess I'll leave all this here, huh? Oh, and this is also... I saw a couple of these as well. I'm scared of picking them up. I'll leave them for exploration also. And there's a Sealy as well. Some radish. Oh, you can destroy them, epic. I don't want to follow the Sealy. Sealy, stop. Because then... Alright, whatever. Usually the Sealies show you new things, right? I don't want them to do that because I'm not going to open them and then I'll forget they're there. Unagi. Didn't expect it to be so full of surprises. Oh. Yeet. Really? What was the point? Investigate. That's all money bot. Okay, I ignore the Sealy. I hope I don't need it. What the? What? Yo! Remember this from that event. I actually played as Jean during that event. I wonder if that just dealt damage or... Okay, here's the Sealy little thing. Here's a box. So you are the flight teacher, aren't you?
Busted. Things are about to get
I've not been paying attention to the dialogue. I've just been looking around. That's the only downside. Really? That's how you unlock that chest. That's all it took. Exciting. There's 3 oculi. Okay. Pocket watch, lucky dog, unagi. I'm leaving this here as well, I think, because I'll definitely forget about it existing. What is this? What is this? What is this? Investigate. You do not have enough clearance. What do you mean?
Easy.
Do I have to stand here? I've never done this before, so I'm gonna cut this and let you know when I figure out what in the world is going on. Hmm. Huh. Hello. I'm so confused. You do not have enough clearance. Okay. Gonna grab this. Okay. I activated it. And it goes down. Sure. I didn't want to grab it for exploration, but you have to go down. I thought it was something like this. So I guess I'll have to come back to that other thing later. It looked interesting. And it looks like we're gonna need pyro characters. Yay! So Nilu's getting benched. Sorry, Nilu. We will bring... Yoi.
More companion.
So what we do is we light this. I killed the bean. What the?
Propagate.
Bean, I'm sorry, I didn't mean to. Revive. I need a better dendro enabler maybe.
Scatter.
I saved it. Oh, look, is this the hairy thing that exists in that underground? Yeah, in those plants, like under the bouncy mushrooms. I don't know how this thing works. Oh.
Propagate.
How does it work again? Or is it just enabled? I forgot how you do this. Oh, is that it? And then the core explodes and it works? No? I kind of forgot. I haven't done the exploration yet, so I don't know anything about this. I think you have to... How does this work again? I'm so stupid.
The campaign
Is this it?
illusion shattered.
Ah, it is. Okay. Thanks. Okay, that makes sense. And now there's a thingy here as well. But I had to bench my Yelan though. There we go. 1 door, 2 door, 3 door, 4 door. Bro. I'll leave that Sealy there for exploration reasons. Okay, we definitely are going to need Animo. Okay. Oh, red-tailed lizard salamander thingies. Hello. I should deal with these.
Oblivion.
Take it little chunks. I guess egg works just as well as Yelan. It's okay. Hopefully I don't need Hydra in the party as well. Hey, Scarab, let's go. So here's one of these things. Is this the clearance? I don't have enough clearance still. I'm just a clearance lacking person. What can I say? Hey, I should get this. I might as well. I can't climb. Because I don't have clearance. I don't know what it means. I don't understand the word clearance. I thought it meant free space around something, but maybe that's not it. Ah, stop! I can't go. Let's rest for a while. You okay, Tearzad? I'm going. I don't care. Oh. We've been walking around for a while without making any progress, so why don't we take a little rest? You're sus. That's weird. What do you mean no progress? Are you kidding? It's hardly been any time at all. You're already thinking of resting? He's weird. I said it before, didn't I? I'm an indoor zoology researcher. I should have never come out in the middle of nowhere like this. Wait a minute. Paimon's confused. Wasn't the archaeology mission your idea? Jabril and Nightingale only came because you hired them, right? Yep, that's correct. So it was your idea. Then why have you been dragging your feet this whole time? If we didn't know the truth, Paimon would think that Jabril must have kidnapped you to get some legendary treasure in the ruins or something. Ha, you're funny, Paimon. My father may be a grump, but he'd never do something like that. And he's like, she's right. Don't get mad at Paimon. Paimon's only telling it like it is. Don't bully Paimon. Sorry. Well, I understand. Literally saying that her dad's a crook. I understand that she's not happy with Paimon. My father really isn't a bad guy. Believe me. I do. I want to believe. Why is Tearzad so unmotivated? It's because I don't care for the topic at all. If we weren't paid for this accursed stone slate, I'm always being told my original to be original in my research and to find material that no one has ever worked on before. What's the value or meaning of research if everyone is following the herd or reproducing each other's work? Or so I've been told. What am I compared to such a long-standing academic tradition and all my seniors in search? I'm no academic genius, so what can I think of that others can't? There are no academic gaps left in these days that I can identify and fill. Paimon doesn't get the academic stuff either, but since this is your job, you should take it seriously. I do. I give it my all. Why else would I have spent so much more to come to this Archon forsaken place? Heh, it's funny. This Scarlet Sand Slate was actually the research project of a relative of mine. She was originally a young researcher with limitless promise, but one day, she left the family behind and eloped with some wild boy from who knows where. I heard that they fled into this desert back in those days. Unfortunately, I was a kid then and only saw her a few times. I can't even remember what she looked like. I want to say that this is our brother being involved again. All the more reason to buck up. Since you're researching the same thing, there's a chance for a reunion, isn't there? Fate is an unpredictable thing after all. Even if we really did meet again, and even if we recognized each other, how could I even face her? The way I am now, I'm no different from a stray dog living off the scraps thrown away by others. Why is he so down on himself? Since I'm incapable of constructing any new theories, all I could do was take my chance in the field and see if I could dig up any new materials to base my paper on. Though, when it comes to King Deshret, the academic, by the way, Scarlet King, the academic community has long since concluded that he was another self-destructive tyrant. Speaking of which, she must have left the stone slate behind when she left back then, because even she knew this lousy thing had no research value. Ha! And yet I took it to be a treasure. Ha! This silly stone slate. I must have been out of my mind to think I'd really stumble upon something. Still, Paimon thinks you shouldn't lose heart. Because, well, we often make surprising discoveries while exploring ruins like these, right? It's true, there will at least be treasure chests. It's good to see everything with your own eyes. That's right. Paimon may not get super difficult research, but there's so much stuff in big ruins like these. If you take a good look around, there's got to be something you can write about, right? None of you have ever done serious academic research. How could you possibly understand the difficulties of being a researcher? I hate this guy. Stop talking like a child. The academia might control the route to the academic publication, but they don't have a monopoly of knowledge itself. If this is all you know about King Deshret, then you should have abandoned academia from the very beginning, because it's clear that you won't get any details. Father? You're just a paid mercenary. What right do you have to comment on my idea? What the hell is wrong with this guy? So far, you seem to have pretty little in the way of professional credentials as a researcher. That much you already admitted yourself. Me? You. Tearsight gets so worked up that the blood rushes to his head, causing him to faint. Uh-oh, what happened? Will he be okay? We should keep a closer eye on him after this, and not let him drink anymore. He must not have completely sobered up when Father made him so mad that all the blood rushed to his head. That was weird though. Why'd you have to get so mad at him? He wasn't mad, I feel like he was just stating facts. We can't just stop because he keeps dragging his feet. I agree with that. We can't just leave him here either. I'll stay behind to keep him safe. Meanwhile, you and Jet keep looking for an exit. Well, what should we do? Time's a-wasting. Time's a-wasting, let's run. You guys take care of this shumpty-shumpter looking ass. Oh, I don't have a bow anymore? Boom, there we go. Dealt with. Never gonna bother us again. Are you okay? He looks like he's in a lot of pain. We probably shouldn't wake him up. What do you mean it looks like he's in pain if he's sleeping? Let's get a move on. Enough dawdling. Dawdling. Where's the girl? I need to know where's the girl though? For real. Hello? I feel like she might know more, you know? She might have something interesting to say. That was really worth it. Half these piles don't even have anything. It's just a bait. Activate. I'm rhyming. Yep. Diamond? I don't know. That doesn't even rhyme. Rhyming diamond, dude. My foot. How long is this? Alright, we're almost there. Hello! Am I back in a room we've already been at? That's gonna wake up, isn't it? Yeah. Nope. Okay. Well, there's nothing special here yet. The unagi. Strange machine. Is this puzzle material? How familiar. Beep? Why is it question beeping? Whoa, it's moving. Looks like looks like the one we just knocked down. My English is on point today. It doesn't look like it's going to attack us. On second thought, it can float in the air just like Paimon. Doesn't that make them distant relatives? Oh my god. Paimon is Queen Deshret. Paimon would sooner be related to a pigeon. What? Beep. Beep? It's not even beeping, it's more like you, but I don't know how you'd write that, I guess. This thing's making weird noises again. Where'd that sound coming from, anyway? And is it really not going to turn on us when we out of the blue? Don't let your guard down. Can you try talking to it, Paimon? Look, you two are about the same size, so you should be able to talk to each other, right? How is Paimon supposed to talk to it? Ah, you're messing with Paimon on purpose, aren't you? Teehee. Beep boop. Beep. It looks like some sort of device, really. Should we pick it up and try using it? Yes. Beep. Ah, you scared Paimon. Doesn't seem to want us to do that. Can you understand it, Jet? Can't understand the meaning, but I can get the feeling. Yep, I get that. The emotive beeps. What a weird thing. Beep beep. Beep. Oh, I think it's a lot like you, Paimon. You both look really cute. Paimon told you we're nothing alike. I can see what she's saying, though. Well, yeah, you're round and cute. Round? And Paimon seems a little pokey, but it's still very cute. Paimon totally doesn't get your standard for cute. I think Paimon's cute too. I don't get it either. Sure, let's compliment Paimon. Now's the time for this. What? One time I compliment Paimon, I get shit on for it. Never doing it again. Here, there's my justification for not doing it. The way I see it, Paimon doesn't get it, but I do. Let's go. I'd rather be friends with Jet anyway, even though Paimon is the god of time. I don't know why it's here, or what it's used for, but maybe Tirasad will understand if we can get him to take a look at it. You. What should I call you, anyhow? Boop or beep? Beep boop? Oh, there you go. Paimon floats, but you're a little lower from the ground, so I'll call you Ben Ben. Ben Ben? Beep beep, he is happy about it. You like this name too. That's great. How do these two even communicate? Jet's amazing. I think it's amazing. In a weird way? Nah, it makes sense. Maybe I'm also weird. Ben Ben, it must be boring hanging around here by yourself. Why don't you come with us? Needless to say, but Edna's is pretty great too. As for Paimon, she might act a little superior, real, but she's a good kid who thinks about her companions. You'll definitely come to like her in time. Paimon doesn't act super anything. Alright, anyway, Paimon's not gonna fly lower for anyone. Otherwise, Paimon will breathe a whole load of sand. Come to look for my father with us. He may look mean, but actually, well, he actually kind of is mean. But that's just how he is with outsiders. He's nice once you get to know him. Even though Tuzura's a useless researcher, he's actually not a bad guy. Right, and you might even be able to save his research, Ben Ben. Beep, boop. Well, wanna come with us? Beep, beep. That's great, it said yes. Are you guys really talking to each other? I mean, you would know. Don't worry, Paimon, Ben Ben, and I already joined the hip. Right, Ben Ben? Beep. I get it, it's a robot. It agrees. Well, let's go back to where my father is. Maybe Tirasat has already woken up. Provided he doesn't open his eyes only to see Jibril and get so mad he passes out again. Ha, you never know. It's true, we do never know. Close encounters of which kind? Let me guess, no room to tabulate or whatever. Alright, cool. Unagi. I don't know if unagi is actually used for anything. Meals, probably? I can't, how? I wanted to glide or something. Oh! Oh, right, I have C1 gene now. I lost 50-50 on Albedo. He is up. Hello, young man. Yeet. Why does it keep telling me this mission? I don't want to do this mission. Leave me alone. The stupid Emirates. Hi, Jibril. Father, I brought another friend back. Look, this is the friend we just met. Its name is Ben Ben. Say beep beep. Oh, just one. Beep. Oh, Tirsad's awake. Looks like things are going well with Father. I don't know how you came to that ridiculous conclusion, but let's not discuss that for now. What I'm most concerned about is, what is that thing? Didn't I just introduce you? It's our new friend, Ben Ben. This doesn't seem like something that could be classified as a friend, could it? Doesn't this look like a little... Doesn't this look a little like the same thing that just attacked us? Well, you don't have a lot of friends, do you? No, I don't. Wait, what does that have to do with this? Yeah. You wouldn't know. That's why you don't have a lot of friends. You're already way too uptight. You need to have an open mind, and you'll be swimming in friends in no time. Isn't that right, Ben Ben? Beep. And you're too lax. So, you don't know what Ben Ben is either, huh? Its type must be related to ruin guards. I don't know exactly how to operate it though. But this unique kind doesn't attack outsiders, and can even communicate to a certain extent. I don't remember reading anything about this. Tirzad, Ben is actually the research. What is it? Isn't that amazing news? See? Material no one's ever worked on, but it's literally what I said. He's so stupid. Tirzad, you're so stupid. Wait a minute. Could it be? No, it's too early to celebrate just yet. Maybe I was too narrow-minded and just skipped any relevant prior research on it. Maybe someone has already published 10 treatises and thoroughly studied Ben's genealogy. Why does this guy always jump to the worst conclusions? I don't know, he's exhausting. Wait a minute, something doesn't feel right about it. Beep, beep. It's a bomb? Is it? It's like slowly beeping. Nah. Ben seems to react to Tirzad's stone slate. Oh. Pick up the stone slate and walk towards Ben. I hired you. Don't tell me what to do. Whoa. He's doing it. What? He's still doing it. Ooh, Ben. You're amazing, Ben. Beep. Beep. Okay, you get it. He's beeping and booping. Palm doesn't completely understand what it's saying, but it seems happy. A small portion of the slate lit up. What does it mean? Do you have any idea, Tirzad? It's hard to say. Only a portion was lit up. Besides, I've told you all before. Rigor is key to academic research, right? And you don't want to jump to conclusions, right? Oh, yeah, that's true. Hey, looks like we'll just have to find a way to light up the rest of the stone slate, right, Ben? Yes, says Ben. I've noticed I like characters that have these things, because Rosa has it, Ningguang has it, this character has it. Hold on, I have a serious request to make of you, Rednos. This has nothing to do with Jabril or Jack, so I kindly ask that you give us some space. Huh? You gonna reveal some kind of secret? Come on, I want to hear it too. Don't worry, I'll leak it. Jet, mind your own business. But, Father, we're all companions here. Doesn't that make it our business? He kind of agrees with her, but he's just trying to avoid conflict. Fine, I'll give you all the space you want. Let's go, Ben. Ben agrees. What is it, Tirzad? I'm gonna talk to them first. Don't stick your nose into other people's business, especially when your employer is concerned. I believe I taught you better than that. But I think they're no longer other people, are they? I get what she's saying. I get what he's saying too, though. And I can't talk to Ben. What if can I yeet Ben away? Always the worst ideas. Alright, Tirzad, what is it, weirdo? What's the matter? Why are you getting so serious all of a sudden? Can you help me take care of this stone slate? Huh? Isn't it really important? It is, and that's why I want you to take care of it. And to be honest, seeing it light up like that makes me uneasy. I don't trust myself if something were to happen. Besides, that weird thing also seems to have some sort of response to it. That weird thing? You mean Ben? Wouldn't it be better to give the stone slate to Jet to look after? No, I mean, absolutely not. How would I put this? Alright, don't trust Jabril. I don't trust Jabril. I feel like he has an ulterior motive, and since Jet's his daughter, they're obviously going in the same camp. Jabril might be a man of few words, but Paimon thinks he's very reliable. Could you be overthinking this, Tirzad? Just said it before, he's from the desert. Can you really trust the desert people? I'd sooner believe that Bunny Fuzz didn't defraud me. What do you think? My backpack's pretty big. Stone slate isn't heavy either. Sure. Paimon guesses so. Thank you. You're the only ones I can rely on in this vast sea of sand. I don't know about that, man. I might backstab you. You received the Scarlet Slate and entrusted to you. Fine, we'll take it from here. You're a huge help. That's it? That's weird. Ah, that's what this device is about. The Scarlet Slate slams flip. I know how to speak sometimes. As you adventure further in, the Scarlet Sand Slate will progressively display key locations throughout the ruins. Follow the slate's guidance and use the special clearance to unlock these devices. And you have yet to reach a place that none before you ever have. Interesting. Now, I don't remember. We're actually just in the open world, right? That is crazy. It feels like we're in a domain. Because I wasn't opening chests and I got worried for a second. Also, I should do this.
My sword.
Heal up Yoi before you're all mad at me. Trust, no life support here. I should have done it there so I can talk to them at the same time. Okay. Hey, Ject. Hey, are you done whispering to each other yet? Tirsa's really set off now. Ready to set off now. We should find an exit as soon as possible. I don't need you to speak for me. That said, I'm indeed ready to set off whenever. Great, it's been a productive day, and I've had a feeling we'll find a way out in no time. Ben and I will go ahead. Everyone else can follow us. Jet and Ben sure have hit it off. That's good, right? I don't know. I hope we're not gonna get backstabbed by the little triangle and she's gonna be like, but it's our friend, we can't defeat it. It's up, right? Yeah. I do think it's very cool though. The world feels so incredibly more vast, and I say it often, but the verticality in Sumeru is actually insane. We go so far down and so high up, where Mondstadt especially was very flat. Liwa felt very rocky already, you know, like very up and down, but it is uncomparable to Sumeru. Okay, so we just open. Oh, that is cool. I really like how this looks. It looks like some future tech, you know? Which is weird. I feel like maybe the people in khaenri'ah were actually more advanced than we are. There you go. Cabbage, Sunsetia. Nope, don't do it. No, I'm going in first. You stay there. That's right. I forgot if I got it. I remember last time with exploration, I was like, I should have gotten all these Sealies and such with like Enkanomiya. And I probably should this time as well, but who cares at this point. I'm committed to doing it all over again when I explore 100%. Alright, back to these wave thingies. Super difficult to dodge. Truly undodgeable even. Masterfully teched out. I don't feel like I have to kill those. Sounds like a little pixel noise. Pew, 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 pew. I really understand what's so scary about this place. I just kind of walk through it. It is actually just like that minigame. This is cool. I'm intrigued. Hello. Why? Oh. I somehow didn't see that, believe it or not. I should write that down though. I got this Oculus. There you go. Knowing me, I'd forget and look for it forever and then be sad. Ooh, a triangle. Okay, I've seen one of these in the open world before. I have no idea how it works. So, I grab it. Is this the same as the motor domain? Do I just walk in here? I do indeed. What is happening? Rotate cell. What the? That is cool mechanic. I like that. Chest is open now. Hey, champ. And here's another slate. Maybe I should have been picking them up after all, huh? Alright, or you can be filled with regret once it actually matters. For now, let's just act like we don't care about it. Getting my Yoisum playtime? There you go. Okay, we have one little thingy here. And one little thingy here. This reminds me of, at the very start of the game, wait. They don't stack? Why did I grabbed two and one just disappeared? That's kind of sad. What now? For real? I remember in the thingy's lair, there was the whole thing with the triangles as well. I don't. Oh, here we go. It respawned. That was interesting. You need like 3 triangles from different sources. Rotate cell. Got it. Amazing play. Defeat the opponents. What a spoiler. Hello.
Scatter.
Oh look, my besties spawned in as well.
Shine down.
You guys tank for me, please. I'm squishy. They can't even take damage, can they? There's no way they can die. I could probably leave this here for a few hours and they'd be fine. Look, it's focusing me even.
Time for a light show.
Time for a light show. Come on, everybody likes Yoi. There's no way they wouldn't like Yoi. I'm really...
Go as what?
I
Illusion
disagree
shattered.
with this. I feel like it should have just died.
Propagate.
Okay, wait. I have to use my new gene. Boom! Nice. Do we get loot for this? No, can't farm it infinitely. Okay, here's another slate. At least the way here will be easy to follow, you know, there's just a trail of chests. So that's gonna be nice, and you can open this. I feel like not having any story in between will make it super easy to track. I can feel a breeze. The exit must be close by. Keep looking. We'll be out of here in no time. We can finally leave. Although, it's certain to be nothing but sand for miles around here. At least we'll be able to see the sky. That's true. Where do you guys get all the energy from? First it's exploring, then it's fighting. Let's slow down a little. This guy's exhausting. You and Father are the same age, aren't you, Tirzad? How many times have we stopped to rest so far? The mind of a child, the body of an old man. Jeez. Beep, beep, beep. I told you, I'm an indoor... Ugh, forget it. I'm the employer, so just listen to me. Everyone rests with Tirzad for a while. He's the one that's got a plan. Oh, if it isn't Nachtigall. So I guess we're not out at all. Right? When the door on the other side suddenly opened, I knew you'd found an exit. We haven't found an exit, though. Well, you came from inside, no? That was pretty brave of you. What if it wasn't a shortcut, but a trap? Heh, you got a point. You mean, you didn't even think of that. Well, everything worked out fine in the end. We reunited, haven't we? That's enough. By the way, we've got a new member here. That's great. That's a free monster for you. But it's better to be cautious at a time like this. Isn't it great that we don't have to double back to rendezvous? Now we can just find the exit together. Follow the wind and find your way out, but don't let your guard down. Okay, you also from Mondstadt? Alright, let's go. Oh, it's these. Nice. Infant sprint. I'm just hoping for a waypoint soonish, so I can take a little break. And this, I think I remember this from trying to gather scarabs. Ooh. Huh. Little bright berries. Is this an actual... Oh, this is a waypoint right here. I have it as well. Will this close on us? Tell me it won't close on us. I hope not.
Inazuma shines eternal.
69. It's funny because 69 is a funny number. Hey, come back here. Alright, give me chicken and a radish and more chicken, and then we walk up here and we're out. Exploration in the desert. Lost in the sands. We get a new one. Introduction to indoor archaeology. Go to the oasis. So, is this like a little checkpoint part, I wonder? And is this still the same line? It is still Golden Slumber. So I was wondering if there may be a waypoint down here, or will this forever stay open? Because that would be really nice. This would be real convenient. I'd be able to just run in here, get all those chests with the exploration. I want to kind of look in this direction though. What in the world? Just a stack of mineable stuff? Interesting. Unagi! They're rough to gather. Sure. Potato. Is this openable at all? Open door. Open sesame. Who's hiding? Well, you've been a weird mushroom. There's so much down here. I guess I should leave this for the exploration though. There's a lot. What the? You look so weird. Okay, pause and peace and love and all that. I'm going in. Oh. Okay. Well, this is very pretty. So I'm definitely leaving that for exploration. And we'll take a little bit of a break before doing the Sobek Oasis in the future. Thank you for watching so far. I'm sorry for my awful pronunciation so far today. My reading was not on point, but I hope you're still enjoying it. This story's interesting. I'm excited to see how it's going to end or what we're going to learn because, you know, all we found so far is a little beep beep. And it's pretty cool. So, see you in a bit. Okay, hey, how's it going everybody? Welcome back. Today I'm feeling pretty good. I got some good news. Supposedly my internet's getting fixed, so it's actually happening this month. But, you know, I'll have to see it to believe it, because they've said plenty of stuff I don't believe anymore. Anyway, let's keep going with this quest. I'm a bit worried at the same time, you know. My stats on YouTube keep declining, and I'm worried about it. But oh well. Let's just enjoy this instead. Paimon never thought that there'd be such a place in the desert. What do you mean? This like stereotypical desert place. A gem on a golden sun. It's quite safe around here, right? Ah, I can finally relax. Can Benben get wet? Shouldn't be a problem, right? Actually, let's just keep it away from water. Beep. I get it. I think it's probably safe with modern electric apparatus, you know? While Terzad is resting, I don't know what happens. Oh! What? What had happened? That was weird. Gibraltar had a concerned look on his face. He should be at a vantage point that allows him to look far away. Let's go look for him. Interesting. Oh, you can go in here. That is so cool. I like this. This is so pretty, man. I love this, how it looks. Hey, Jet. Father seems a little... Maybe he's recalled his past life in the desert. If only he'd tell us some stories of his past at night. What are you, Ben? I'm befriending the robots. It's a pretty safe bet. Omid. I forgot who Omid even is, I'll be honest. He's not very important in the story so far, it seems. Terzad. Oh, can't go in this one, though. Maybe I can with tiny character? Yeah. What's up, Terzad? Paper can be written from Ben Jed's direction. Which field would it belong to? I don't know, dude. You tell me. In the meantime, I'm gonna gather coconut and run this way. There's plenty of coconut here. Go up high. Sure, but let me just get a couple nuts, please. I'm making the recording longer. Am I gonna make myself suffer through the long internet? To be fair, it might, if it actually is going to get better, it wouldn't mind anymore if I'm doing all these things. My internet could upload it. Is this really how you're supposed to do this? I feel like that's not the way. There has to be another one of these zipline thingies. Or just that thing right there. I'm blind. How did I miss this? I was too distracted by the coconuts. There we go. That's more like it. Yes. Okay. I'm intrigued. Let's hear a bit about your past. What is it with you? Oh. Looks like some kind of tombstone. Maybe. Golden sandstorm and burning sun will exorcise the darkness on your behalf, guiding you who perished and returning your spirit to the eternal oasis. See? It is. It is a tombstone. You're right, Jabril. What is it? It isn't anything important. What do you mean? Whose gravestone is this? Who knows? Maybe it belongs to a nameless researcher who once tried their luck like Terzad, but it didn't roll high like he did. King Deshret's secrets rarely reveal themselves to mortals. Terzad gave you the stone slate, right? How did you know? It was pretty obvious. Keep it safe. Is it important? You can't be unaware of its value, surely. Well, its value to whom? To our employer, of course. After all, he is depending on it to write his paper. Anyway, let's head back. We shouldn't keep Jet and the others waiting for too long. That was a interesting interaction.
Take it easy.
Not a lot happened there. I'm not sure what that was for. Their employer is just this researcher, isn't it? Oh, here's a song. Let's grab the song. Yoink. 73. That's my guess. Oh, I didn't get to see what spin crystal it was. We'll never know. So, Bretnas, I heard from Nachtigall that you beat up Stormterror and were an honorary knight for that achievement. Yes, honorary knight of Mondstadt would be me. Pardon me, boy, you're quite skilled. Are you really that powerful? You want to get a beating right now? You asking to fight? You tell him about your adventures in Mondstadt. That's amazing, as the tumbleweed passes. Well, books have been my only companion since I can remember, and I've never had the chance to travel far. Actually, this is my first time traveling so far from home. Right. Terzad's an indoor zoology. I still can't pronounce it. Indoor zoology? Indoor zoology. I don't know what the klemtone, I don't know what the punctuation, how do you call this? When you're supposed to pronounce what how? Indorsology. Indorsology. That sounds kinda okay. Researcher, eh? Wow, that sounds so lame. I laugh at this because I'm an indorsologist. I record this video indoors and I'm looking at the sun outside. I'm like, wow, that could be me. My life has been bland compared to all of yours, yeah. Just like this desert, it's practically impossible for those who lack strength to find a single unoccupied oasis. If you're so unhappy, then why not do something else? How about being a traveling merchant like NAHIHI? Or do something you're good at, like me and my father. That's not bad at all, is it? It's not that easy. I come from a family of academics, so I've been receiving training like this since I was a child. Like how a farmer's son learns to farm, or a blacksmith's son learns to strike iron. While I'm not doing great, and can't compare to the talented and established researchers of my family, but as things stand, I'm afraid I can't just do something else. I guess I drank a little too much earlier. Why am I telling you all of this? Well, just laugh if you want to. Why are you so insecure? That's not us. I think you're being too stubborn. There's always a choice in life. I agree, Mondstatter. I mean, just look at Boniface and I. We weren't born as traveling merchants, and no one in our families had even been to Sumeru. But we're still here with the northern wind at our backs. We don't regret our choice at all. Seeing the boundless world unfold before our eyes fills us with a sense of freedom. Yeah, I do. I too think that you're taking things a little too seriously, Tirzad. Right, like the relative you mentioned earlier. Didn't she give up her family's rules, traditions, and everything else to live the life she wanted to? Maybe she's somewhere in this very desert, just like us, bathing under the milky white rays of moonlight, and braving the dry night breeze while looking back at a great day she just had. If only had an iota? I don't know what that means. An iota? I guess a little bit of her courage. I never knew making decisions would be this difficult, because I've never given them any thought. I think I've lived the life I wanted to as far as I can remember. That's really... Making choices is never easy. I don't know about that. Sometimes it's easy. Choosing one means giving up on the rest. Wait, is this like saying that there are 10 tasty dishes in front of Paimon, and that choosing one will make the other 9 vanish? Oh no. No, Paimon. It's not right. It's a bad comparison. It's like the branches on a tree. While they come from the same roots, their endless divisions make it so that some may not touch each other for decades or even centuries. Only when the entire tree withers and its trunk decays will those separated branches finally meet in the soil. This is a metaphor. He's talking about his family tree or something. Speaking of which, why did you choose to leave the desert, Father? You rarely mention your past, so I see this very differently from Tirzad. I don't have family traditions, and I don't remember my mother's face. I only have you, and you only have me. There's no large tree and no branches that tie us together. You might have left the desert long ago, and this might be my first time seeing it for myself, but I have this feeling that we are liking the grains of sand here in the desert. We are like grains of sand here in the desert. No family, no objective, but what we do is pretty free. Haha. I like her mindset at least. Jet, she doesn't even see it that negatively, Paimon. The desert holds only the past. It has no future. If what lies beneath the sand and wind can be described as the truth, then I can only say that it perhaps isn't something that will bring joy to everyone. Well, I dropped something, so I'm gonna go get it now and ruin the immersion. I gave up the path of seclusion, not because it's a mistaken path, but because I found a better path. Jet, I hope you'll be able to make that I hope you'll be able to take that bright path. I don't really understand you. If the path of sand isn't what you desire, then why accept Tirzad's commission? Don't tell me it's because you want to take a look at your past. I think you just can't forget the desert, and the hot winds that sweep it. The strange thing is that I have no memories of the desert, but coming here makes me feel like I've returned at home all the same. It's giving me a dry throat, this place. I love the sand. Just like I love Paimon and Ben. What about me? This is a place with hope too. I'm sure of it. Isn't finding Ben proof of that? I don't know, I feel like we stole Ben. maybe he should have stayed down there, huh? It'll be a new day tomorrow. The ruins ahead are still waiting to be explored. Keep your chin up, Tirzad. No matter what others say, I think you're a brave person. You've taken that step and left the comforts of your home. Now, just do as you've already done, and take the second step, and then the third. I'm sure we'll be able to get to that place where no one has been, and find that special research material of yours. Why? Jet always says nice things. I'm as free as the sand. I like her though. I like that she cares so little. It's getting late. Let's get some rest. I'll be on the lookout. You think... You hear Jabril softly and casually singing a peaceful tune as you fall asleep. Maybe it's an old local song. Oh, stars high above the wasteland. Oh, nightingales wary of the day. It's time to take off the crown of roses. Cleanse yourself with wine made from grapes. Sleep, close your eyes. You golden slumber summons thee. Wandering sand, drink not that bitter salt water, for the sorrows of tomorrow have gone away. Why are we keeping guard? Are we worried that there's bandits? We're bandits ourselves. Camping out in the desert is terrible. Are you going to complain again? We just woke up. Yeah, I was going to say. Do your adventures. Let's talk about you instead. How about we go explore? Such a pampered guy. Will even a bean placed under 10 mattresses disturb your sleep? Of course not. Anyway, why would anyone sleep on 10 mattresses? You're an idiot, Tirzad. Hobby for the wealthy. I feel like that would make sense. I kind of get it. It'd be very soft, maybe. What else can we do anyway? Go back to the way we came? Of course not. The material we got yesterday isn't enough to write anything good. Forget submitting to the academia. Just reading at the square would give me rigid cold. Looks like you still got some spirit, eh? Of course. Alright, let's go to this huge ruin. Really, we're going into the big pyramid. The Kemunu Temple. As a researcher, I must go in and have a look, right? And there is... Is this... Ben? Right, Ben. What a strange thing. What do you mean? It's just a little triangle. Such an extraordinary thing. Might even be closely linked to King Deshret's civilization. I feel like it has to be. Going back to what we came would be worse than putting a bean beneath my mattress. You may as well sleep on atop 100 Ben-Bens. I'd never sleep again. 100 Ben-Bens? That would really hurt. Not if you position them. You can make it flat if you position them correctly. Okay. Let's go. Paid you all very well too, of course. Oh, yeah. Okay, let's go now. I promise I will do good. Who knows what the future holds? Well, for now it's a lot of talking. Father, the merchants can rest in the oasis while we're away. Gladly. We've discussed our contingency plans, but we must bury some of our supplies before we leave. In the worst case scenario, the merchants may be forced to leave. This way, we still get some supplies back, even if that happens. Now, smart? Underestimate the sand, and you'll pay with your life. I guess, I mean, it's fair enough. You just do your and carefully bury some supplies. I can't wait to dig these up. Slow down, my hangover isn't... Hey, how is he still hungover? It's been like 3 days. Alright, let's get going. New little secret super duper crazy place. I sniped one of these earlier from the distance. I was pretty clean with it. But now I'm worried. This isn't the big pyramid, is it? Is this just this place? I wonder. I'm looking at the minimap. Yeah, it is. Okay. Sure. We can explore this. I thought we were going to the big pyramid and back. Oh yeah, look at that. With the big bird people. But always strong. Always big abs. They didn't sit at the table playing video games. They went out there and cut wheat. Thought it was smooth sailing this time. We still have to figure out a way to get the door open. Isn't that good news? No one ahead of me. That's not true. Maybe there's been people they've closed again. What do you mean coveting? It's legitimate research approved by the academia. Don't you dare compare them to treasure hoarders. Let's just find a way through. Ben someone made this slate light up. Let's have a look at it. We might even discover a clue. Oh, that's a big hint. Oh, here we go. This is cute. He's defending us, kind of. He's like, you know, Rednus is an expert adventurer. She has much more experience in mechanisms than Tirzad. Giving her this important item will make us help the best use of it. You know what I'm saying? Exactly the intention. The dad is smart. I figured nothing. You didn't give me a chance. You've just been talking to me the entire time. For something else. Supposed to really must continue improving myself. I spent 10 years working hard at the academia. 10 years of hard work won't do anything for a layman. Just forget it. What do you mean? You'd never know if you don't give it a try. I agree with that as well. Ben-Ben's acting a little strange. That's just classic Ben-Ben. Ben-Ben has found something. Flies away. Ben-Ben can open the door? Please. There he goes. Oh, he's so clunky. No way it just opens. No way, Ben-Ben. Nah, you're cheesy. That's not how it works. That's what? It's actually opening up. Well, that's also a hint. Ben-Ben's way smarter. Yeah, exactly. Ben-Ben's way smarter in the big scheme of things. Much more useful. Exactly. Of course it will. I'll lose my mind if it's less used than Ben-Ben. Be patient. It's too early to make any judgment yet. Well, let's go in. He knows more as well, this dad. You're right, Jabril. A short-sighted researcher is bound to amount to nothing. Patience is a virtue. It is the virtue, even. Neither of us are researchers. It's true. I'm terrible at pursuing and waiting for things. I do very much dislike waiting for things. Isn't life made up exactly that? It's true, but still. I try and fill my waits in with other things, you know? So I don't have to wait. So, or at least so this doesn't feel like waiting. Okay, Ben wants in. I want in too. Archaeological team, let's go. Should be fun if we stay close to Rednuts, right? He'd say so. But I'm only defending myself later. Oh yeah, I have to change teams as well, just in case there's different things. Are all of these gonna respawn at the same time? Here's another one of these. Investigate. I do not have enough clearance. My clearance levels are lacking. Okay, everyone's here. What do you have to say, Tirzad? Hasn't been anything to write home about. Would have Ben come back with me? No. I think we'd rather stay here. Plus, it's Jet's. It's not yours. That thing. I mean, Ben can only put good use. Yeah, you're selfish. That's it. Boom. I'm not bringing you along anymore. This one, I have enough clearance. It's blue. But first, I want to chat with Jet real quick. Hey, Jet. And Ben. Ben sees another place to want. For some reason, doors seem to hold a special place in its heart. Maybe it's a bizarrely shaped key. Ben has 3 corners, so are the doors here. Type to draw on something similar to it, huh? Well, that's just like everything, no? Humans and humans? Hey, Daddy, how's it going? Jabril, what do you think about these runes? You should ask Tirzad. He's the professional here. I'm just a brute. All I know about King Deshret are old stories that no one wishes to hear. That's not true. I'd listen to them.
Take it easy.
I'd listen to them. Truly. Okay, let's go here first then. I opened this one first. It's the same statue as down in the King Deshret's big temple we fell down into. Oh, here's some fighting, I assume. He's probably gonna wake up. Yep. Figured as much. But I have to sign on this.
Your sins weigh upon your soul.
Yes. Your sins weigh upon your soul. Yeah. Okay. Thanks for the gems and stuff. What is this now? Release. Oh lordy, what am I doing? What the numbers come scattered, go to Prismal, yep, and follow them. When it's lit, the thing, oh my god. What in the world is going on here? Sure. Totally know what's going on. And then we have, of course, feathers in the papers. This is just a bunch of research right here. We should read through all these scrolls. Is this really just artifact experience? I'm doing it, it's worth it. Alright, let's go. Let's see where we're headed to now. So this is just a modern or old Sealy. Very much the same anyway. It's probably this thing. And then what? I'll just release it again. Why did I do that? Maybe I shouldn't have. Wait, they're here now? Wait, no, we were here already. We're just walking back out. I wonder where this is headed to now. Are we gonna need another one and then it's gonna open the, oh, it's like the torch? Ah. Oh. Side is lit up. Do we need to get the other side to light? Oh, really, Paimon? Let's check the other side out. Wow, that's a good call. I'm going in. Is this going to be the exact same? So far it is. That's different because there's no triangle. Where the triangle at? Oh. Hey, buddies. They're sleeping. There's no way these sleep like this in real life. I kinda should just leave them, though. Wouldn't want to wake them up and beat them up for no reason. Alright, release this. So, is there something I can change about these now? What is this? Clearance level, too low. Who would have thought? Alright, good night, scorpions. I want to beat... Should I? It's an achievement, maybe.
Quietly now.
I'm just always worried that it might be some secret achievement. Of course, classic meat scarabs. Alright, let's keep going, little guy. We should call this one Bin Bin. And the other one Bun Bun. Now we have Ben, Bin Bin, and Bun Bun. And we can get a bonbon as well. Bonbon means candy in French, so... Well, you say bonbon, but... Alright, you know the way. You could have just flown all this way without my help, by the way. I know you know. There we go. It's gonna open the door. Whoa. Crazy. Ben's milling around the door, but nothing's happening this time. Well, seem to have been talking to the doors earlier. Stop that nonsense. Doors can't speak. Why? This guy is so stupid. It's not like Ben shouldn't be able to speak either, right? Yep, destroyed. Paimon's unknowingly accept that Ben can speak as well. You don't have to speak with words. It moves as well, you know? Actions speak. As long as communication is achieved, it doesn't matter the languages. Exactly! For example, animals have their own languages, and the sand has its own language too. Okay, I don't know about the sand, but sure. When it whips me, does that mean it wants me to leave? I guess it does, because it means that the wind, you know, the wind's rising, might be a storm. Maybe it's warning me. Oh my god, the sand does speak. If we don't understand it, Paimon's curious. Paimon really wants to know what Ben is saying. Just ask Ben if you're curious. Ben, what were you talking to the door about? He actually is saying a whole sentence. Oh, I can't understand this. No, Jet, you're faking. No, that's fake. Exactly. As I mentioned before, I can sense some of its emotions. Once you understand the emotions, trying to guess what Ben's saying isn't that difficult. Well, this one is rough. I understand it usually. Just a little. No one's been here in a very long time. Yeah, let's go in. Someone's been here, but they weren't able to open this door because they didn't have a Ben. Oh, that's right, Ben didn't do anything. But they had a Ben for the previous door then? Because we need a Ben there. The door is protecting something very important. Well, let's go in. People come here a long time ago and wouldn't even pass this way many times a day. I mean, it's such a huge door after all. People used to walk here, huh? Must have been a mischievous cat that no one could catch, which is why so many people pass through here. Wait a minute. Did the door tell Ben all of that? Of course not. They're just guesses I made based on Ben's emotions. I almost believe you. If I had unknowingly included in my paper, wouldn't everyone have laughed at me once I publish it? No one knows anything about this. You can make up whatever you want. It's new. How you make it up to when that happens? She won't. Your own mistake, exactly. As a researcher, you should be able to distinguish the authenticity of materials you collect. Real. See, she's really smart. Thank goodness we don't have any papers to write. No, it's fine. She's just really smart secretly. For a long journey ahead, let's stop wasting time. Thank you. He's my fave. Thanks, Daddy. Wouldn't that be perfect? You aren't fond of camping outside, but this place's walls, the ceiling, and even the research materials you want. King Dash's civilization fell due to tyranny, and this place is probably his mausoleum. I'd rather spend 2 weeks in the desert than spend a single night here. Tearside, do you and King Dashlet have... Jet? Oh, alright. Nothing about the others are still waiting for us at the oasis. Let's continue exploring. They're dead. They've been chased away by mean guys. Yes, new waypoint. I'm getting this. I'm definitely getting this. This is very exciting though. So much more to this map than just a flat area. Anything here? Does this lift up? Doesn't look like it. This is a door though. For sure. Is it? Might just be decoration. Never mind. Okay. It's gonna be another talk. Of course it is. I'm exhausted. Moreover, besides Ben, we haven't made any other discoveries, and that makes my exhaustion all the worse for it. This guy is the worst person I've ever had to deal with. He's worse than... What's Child's brother again? His name is... I know it. I'll figure it out. Huh, this place is huge, and we've been here... we've seen so much on the way here. Paimon's sure there's a lot to write about, right? And even if Paimon didn't really know much about these things. Neither of you are a researcher. You said this already. Stop dunking on me for this. So of course you don't understand. What we've witnessed this whole time can only be considered as proof for existing research. Except Ben. How should I explain this to a non-researcher? I understand. It's like love. Okay, let's see in what way this is like love. Your love for his academic research? This is so toxic. Current situation is that I want to love it, but it seems to hold no interest toward me. A paper must stand out to pass a review. Just imagine that you're pursuing... Tusser, that's his name. See? I don't remember. Imagine you're pursuing your ideal partner. If you're no different from the other candidates, then how will you capture their heart? This analogy sounds like a real stretch, you know? I agree. The way Tears odd things is really strange. In my opinion, A couple just has to consider each other suitable. There's no need to compete with others. We're still talking about academic reviews, aren't we? I hope Daddy's gonna be like, guys, just fucking get over with. See, this is where our little chat ends. Thank you. It's more efficient if we split up. Thank you. Who cares about efficiency? What do you mean? You want to leave? I want to leave. We all want to leave. He wants to get paid and wants to leave. How do you guarantee that? Wait, so you really do know something, don't you? What I do know is that there may be hope if we continue forward, but leaving empty-handed, we're leaving empty-handed if we leave now. Well, that is true. Stop worrying about this and that. Okay, we get it. I should be more professional. Yes, you're very annoying. I want to explore freely too, you know. Or explore freely together. You're so awful. You are terrible at puzzles as well. We should just dunk on him. Anyway, just shout, help me, if you're in danger or something. One of us will get there in time. Probably. What if none of you do? You'll die. That's all. Possible to break open bad eggs in a row for breakfast. True. If you think you need some lesson in mathematics, Jet, I can introduce you to a teacher once we return. Come on, I get what she's saying. You're not even trying to understand her. That's the problem. You're just being a dick. Wait. We're going back? Why? This place looks so cool.
Take it easy.
Fine, we'll go back. We'll probably explore it in a second. What? My E. I like Jet. And I think the guys... Oh, it is doors. Wait. They opened. Ben do this? You do this? I'm not sure with doors. Yeah, they were doors. Okay. That felt like a trap. Yeah. You may encounter platforms with unique etchings on them. These platforms are named illusory keystones. When stepped on them, they will disappear. Do not hesitate. Oh. Oh. Huh. Well, I think that's a trap, so I'm not going to go in there yet. And so this is a door as well. There's so much to this. What the? Try and unlock the rooms located deep within. Okay, well, maybe I do have to do this. Yeep. Hello. A ceiling. Of course. I will follow it. Should I follow it? I'm just worried that it's going to unlock a mechanism, you know? What do you need for this again? How did Electro? Electro plus Dendro? I forget. Here's another one of these slates. Oh man. Oh lordy.
Busted.
I'll remember. During exploration. Stop.
Take it easy.
During exploration, I'll know to come back and do all these. Yo, you know what? I think physical sign-up would be really good. Okay, what's up with this? How do you activate these again? I actually forget. I need to stop breaking this. There's been scorpions in all of them. I really need to... Can I do that? What would it even be called? This is all aranara stuff. That's not it. Primal obelisk. Oh, that's not it either. What the? Pyro... Pillar... pillar... Nope. Alright, whatever. I'm sure I'll figure it out at some point when I'm doing exploration. I assume... Yeah, we can go back in here. This is gonna be awful. I know now already. Leaving these behind... I don't know if it's gonna add anything to the video coming back here. And leaving them behind will be awful when I have to find them back, but... Oh well. Anything for the content. It's not like we do exploration videos that often anyway. I think we did have to bring the Sealy, so that's good. Did we? Is this new? It is new. This is one of these big new places. Howdy.
Quietly now.
Someone else
Here
woke up.
comes the catch.
What is it? Another triangle? Oh, just a scorpion. Scorpion's kind of squishy though, it's okay. Okay, so that was one of them. Oh my god. What is this? A sands. Primal sand glass. Giant hourglass. No one knows why it was built and left here. When touched, it will flip and start mark time. Rotate all nearby before the sand glass turns out and you might get something expected. Okay. Where's the other one then? In the other room? Jeez. Jeez Louise. It's 30 seconds. It's fine. I'll be okay. I'll be great. 16 seconds to go. What is this? Why did I even do that? It's fine, I did it. Okay. So, what the... Floating chest of... This is really cool. Okay, so I didn't have to do that for the story. I'll leave that there. I'll do the other one with exploration. That's really cool, though. Wait, did we... Are we done with the ceiling? No, I should bring this, though. Yelan? Yelan, you looking to help me out here, or... Alright, that was... I love when you gotta climb such a difficult thing. Okay. Very good. We're back in the main room, it seems. What did I forget to do here? What? Do I have to reactivate it, maybe? Over here? And then bring it through the door? Yeah, that's it. Okay, here we go, we're back. Got interrupted there. My apologies. And now I lost the little cube. It's over here. So many things on my screen now. A million chests floating around, little bubbles hinting. So there's no... Oh, there's pillars, never mind. Here's one. Alright, great. And on the other side... Let's go. We went on Jet's side first. I should have went this side. They probably expect you to go Jet's side first because she's standing there. Alright. In here. Oh, here's the dad. Hey dad, how's it going? What you got for me? Have you found any clues? I haven't made any progress over here just yet. No worry, I got you. I'm a master explorer. And there's one of these as well. Should probably grab. Should I grab it? Maybe I shouldn't. Maybe I should. I don't know. I won't do it for now. I'll do it in a second, probably. Alright, we'll just follow this. That's all it took. One thing is all it took to help Jahebrel. It's gonna disappear, guys. Whoa. Hi. Ooh. What is this?
Take it easy.
Oh, it's just light. Never mind. Whoa. Why did it become all windy there? So much artifact XP. Oh, that's this thing we just saw in the tutorial as well. I have no idea what it's going to do. Maybe I should have pressed G to just look at what it is. Large fan blades. Huge fan blades will blow out strong winds that you can obstruct progress that can or blow primal embers away. If you wish to pass through them, you will need to wait for moments when the fan blades stop moving or for a device that can stop it altogether. Let me through! Maybe I ruined it. Because I don't think I can get it back after this, can I? This thing? Oh, maybe I can get one at the source again? I don't know. Will we ever know? Probably. Probably when I struggle with exploration in a while. Look, these things are the same, by the way. Those, but they're just pyro. And just like hydro or something. But it's the same little cube. Cube with thing inside. Alright. Lads, Jabril, Jet, Explorer dude that no one likes. Let's go. I opened another door. Let's just run through. Oh, never mind. He cheesed us. As expected of my assistant, no mechanism or puzzle shall ever be your match. No need to exaggerate, nerd. She's impressive, but you should help out too, Tirzad. Did she say should or did? Speaking of which, did you just complain about being exhausted and not discovering anything so far? How are you this motivated now? I agree. It's because my research intuition tells me that we are about to make a breakthrough. Researcher's intuition? It's like adventurer's instinct? Anyone gets it. That's the ability to predict there will be an ambush at the corner trap behind the door, right? Watch there be an ambush right here. What are you talking about? The research intuition I mentioned is based on... Why is Ben so clunky right now? Can flash a genius. What you said does make sense. My consideration is lacking in that aspect. Well, if there's danger, I'll be counting on you to do all the jobs I hired you for then. That's just what he says every time. But you guys will protect me, right? Like, you know, like I paid you for. You know what I mean? Like, guys, I paid you for this. You must protect me. Oh, we're going down. I'm not yelling timber. This is scary. I'm doing this just in case it's lava. I can attach to the wall and we'll be fine. Alright, it's no lava. We're saved. Ooh. Mural with beautiful lighting. Another slate as well. Yeah, it's gonna be fun to gather all these slates again. I'm definitely gonna miss one. Alright. More lore. Is this a mural? Well, don't know what else you'd want it to be. Maybe a door? Maybe this slides down. Whoa, haha, wahaha. Tirzad, you going insane or what? Me? Of course I am. Never felt like more insane. Poem and Endless aren't from around here. It's understandable you don't recognize its worth. As for Jabril and Jet, I guess it's a knowledge issue? No, it's not something you should have knowledge about. Paimon, let me test you for a moment. What can you discern from this mural? There are many people, and there's something like a sun and an eye? I guess Paimon has no talent for this. What do you even ask if you already knew that, huh? What about you, Rednas? What do you see in this mural? Very symmetrical painting, insignificant subject, and a great king. Exactly! That's exactly what the mural symbolizes. Yeah, I would have said that too, to be honest. If there was none of these options, I would have typed it manually. The sun and the eye symbolize the King Deshret. Beneath are his 7 pillars. Ooh, so we call them. That hold up King Deshret's pyramid of authority. It's always 7. I don't know why. It's always 7. I used to play a game called Epic 7, also 7. Statue of the 7. 7 Archon. 7 regions. 7 subjects of King Deshret. 7 Fatui. That's not true. Imagine there were 7 Harbingers as well. Its subjects, they are insignificant. They dare not express any complaint. They are forced to submit. But even so, they couldn't escape destruction. Is that really the case? Come now, how can I be wrong? The theme of this mural is fully conforms to the depiction of King Deshret in everything I've read. So you still have nothing new to write then. A terrifying king who used absolute and supreme authority to keep all his subjects beneath him. But this mural feels so peaceful to me. Everything feels so orderly, and everyone has their own place and duty. Isn't that good? What kind of crooked interpretation is that? Jet, you can make up stories about Ben talking to doors, but deciphering murals and the history of the King Deshret civilization is my area of expertise. But now, I won't hear any buts. What the hell? Everything I've said has been proven by prior research, and this mural will become part of Vahumana too. Of course, I will be the one to write it. Jet isn't entirely correct, but you know so little about the sand. Ha! You've hardly said more than a few words all this time, yet you're stranding up for your daughter now. I might have been a match for you in a battle of strength, but I have Rednos by my side. That's not true at all. That is not true. You'll take my side, won't you? No. Where's the no option? That's not appropriate. We're traveling together. No, we're all companions on this expedition. Even if our opinions differ, you shouldn't fight over it. What? Together? I started this exploration, and I paid for it, and you're all employed by me. He's the least likable person. Moreover, I'm the only one with formal academic training. A layman has no right to speak on academic issues. Has no right. This guy literally said we are not free to say. Our speech has been taken away. One who only draws from others can hardly call himself an independent researcher. Okay, then let's hear your unique insights. The destroyed kingdom was once strong and beautiful. It may be difficult to believe that all this was built in the desert. And you only see the obedience revealed on the surface, but fail to notice the direction of their hopes. It was their hope which tied the people of the sand to King Deshret. They thought this would help them overcome the calamity, but we know the outcome of that. Heh, even the delusion should have limits. Are you trying to overturn all prior research? I don't think there's sufficient evidence for any of this nonsense. Well, what a coinkydink. I, too, do not think that the opinion of a struggling researcher who came here out of desperation holds any weight. You kinda got destroyed. I never knew you had such a sharp tongue. Well, father, arguing won't change a thing. Exactly. Paimon can't figure out what you're arguing about. If it's academic, there's always room for discussion, right? So put your differences aside for now. Can't convince each other anyway. It's like a Twitter argument right now. Let's continue our investigation. Perhaps Perhaps we'll discover more clues. Then we can see who's right and who's wrong. Alright? Ah, this is infuriating. I shouldn't have discussed academics with a layman. I really dislike this Tirzad guy. Bonk, what did he do? Did he punch the wall and break it? Yeah, see, it is a door. I told you. What's going on? Whatever it isn't my fault. Okay, now here I can take credit for this. I've discovered this new room then. Not his fault. Path looks like it leads upward. I don't see any traps. Well, they're hidden usually. I wonder where it leads. But staying here won't change anything either. So let's continue, shall we? Thinking like a Humana scholar. Bro, the secret of Al-Ahmar. Enter the secret passage behind the mural. So secret, so elevative. Oh, I can't run away. Maybe I can never come back here and all those chests and stuff I've missed is gone forever. I'll be sad. Also, I shouldn't do the charge shot. I've noticed that... What? Okay. I've noticed that the charge shot actually makes the recording lag for some reason. But this is all soon fixed once I get my better internet and I get my other PC set up, and then, oh my god, it's gonna be so good, guys. I can't wait. I'll have plenty of second channel videos. Hell yeah. Wow, these ruins are magnificent. We're just outside at the big pyramid. These aren't ordinary ruins. If the records are correct, they should be King Deshret's mausoleum. This is where the tyrant was buried. Didn't you said about the last place we were into? Where do we go even in there? Should we still go forward then? All questions have an answer, and all answers slumber here. I will do this, even if all I achieve is showing you some ignorant mercenaries the error of their ways. Let's head over carefully. I want to abandon this researcher. I don't like him at all. Look, I'm playing as this guy. Oh, look, a little waypoint there too. I'll need to make sure I don't forget that when we explore. No, look, I fit right in. They're not gonna kill me. I'm Sino. I'm the I feel like I'm the descendant of. I feel like in that cutscene during the Archon quest, that's just Sino's granddad. People are saying it's like resurrection, but I don't know about that. I mean, I did say the world restarts, so maybe it's just resurrection. I don't know. But that one feels even smaller now that we've gotten closer. That one feels as insignificant as a grain of sand. Hey, don't say that. Don't say that. That was also one of King Deshret's means of ruling, building huge spectacles to instill the idea of the subject are small and insignificant into them, thus achieving the objective of domesticating them. maybe King... I don't know, the academia seems to really try and make King Deshret feel like an awful person, and the people of the desert are like, nah, but he was actually pretty decent. The act of using huge amounts of manpower to build such a spectacle in the desert is a testament to King Deshret's tyranny. Beep. I don't know, Ben doesn't seem to agree per se. Ben do be opening doors though. Thanks, Ben. Alright. Ben can even open a door this huge? It's difficult to say. Maybe just open it on something. Yeah, that's what it is. It's probably your aura, Tirzad. It's probably your epicness. I think that's what opened it. Why is he being so stubborn? Because he hates us. Then explain me this thing. Ben, open the door. What's the logic behind that? It's a little robot from ancient times. Paimon's so tiny. Why are you centered so poorly? Ben, what is it? Do you want to go inside? Something you're familiar with in there? Ben doesn't really know. A grain of sand insignificant, but an ocean of them possesses immeasurable strength. Researcher of blind faith, do you really have the courage to step foot into the sands? Is Tirzad gonna die? It feels like maybe a Tirzad death coming in. My researcher intuition is telling me that the danger ahead is incomparable to the danger we faced so far. I doubt we can trust either of you desert dwellers, so Rednos, I'm counting on you to keep me safe. I hate, like, he's involving me with this. Difference in opinion. The only thing I came to help with was the Chumpty Shumpters and the other guy from Mondstadt, so I can leave. You don't get it at all. A collision of views in academics is no different from a battle. That's not true. He's getting more annoying by the minute. He's been peak annoying. He couldn't get more annoying already. Are you done? It's not that easy to hold Ben back. I'm not apologizing. This guy's on my brain the entire time, talking shit about you, and I'm defending you. Stop delaying. I agree. Let's go in. We're running even. I saw it. Okay, here's gonna be a bunch of enemies. Yeah, I think it auto-unlocked that waypoint.
Busted.
Okay, my besties are here, helping me to fight. Watch this. Ancient Desert King Sino. I don't know what it is. Maybe my artifacts have just 0 defense or something, but my Sino feels so incredibly squishy. Maybe I lose health when I use the burst. I don't realize it. I always lose so much health.
Their penance is due.
Nice, electro charge. That's my girl right there. What if you could just get Jet as a companion? You know, like Lydia in Skyrim, and she would just follow you around and apply Hydro and everything? That'd be so cool. It'd be really good for, you know, new character or team builds and stuff as well. Continue exploring. Right. Are we in the big boy, big... Wow, that's crazy. That's crazy. That's very exciting to me. Ah, thank goodness. Ben's alright. Seriously, stop rushing off so quickly. What if you got into trouble? Were you gonna mention all this Mora? Huh? Should that be called an injury or malfunction? Doesn't matter. There aren't any doctors or technicians here anyway. Technicians? Would technicians even exist in our day? All we have is alchemy tables. There's nothing mechanical. We have a bunch of angry adults though. True. Absolutely right about that. I'm not angry. This place is full of evidence. Yeah, right. This is literally, we're not actually, isn't this desecration? Isn't that what you call it? We're not gonna, we're literally tomb raiding. This is illegal. Actually, I got a permit maybe. Huge statues. Don't they look like guards? They're so intimidating. Yeah, they're kind of staring. It's a bit scary. Tirzad, climb on things is the best if you don't touch anything here. They're just rocks. We have nothing to fear from rocks. There may be a mechanism around here somewhere. Let me take a look. This guy's gonna get us killed. We should split up and look for clues. Alright. Alright, champ. Jet, what do you think about all this? Father feels so unfamiliar right now. What's going on? Ben, do you know why? Uh-oh. Uh-oh, what is it? Mora. You can just farm Mora here? What, 200 Mora? Look at this one. This is kind of cool because it looks like you can open the chest, but it's just a little stone pillar, which for some reason still holds money. Money! Oh, I opened the pillar on accident. I didn't mean to do that. I thought it was something else. 20k though! We're getting rich. I like how they added these in Enkanomiya, and I was like, I love this. They should do it more. And then Sumeru came out, and they're like, hey, it's everywhere. Wait, what? Try to open the coffin. Okay. Why is there an open chest here already? I didn't do this. I was never in here before. I just opened this with you guys. Open sesame. Exploration knowledge. What is it? Roadblocks. Energy barrier that bars from outside. The bars outsiders from entering can be passed easily if you have some kind of special clearance. that helped 0. That didn't help at all. Yes, this door is closed. If you can open it, you can go through. Oh, thank you, game. Really now. Wow, that was really, that was a rough one, wasn't it? Oh my god. Open the door. Clearance level obtained. Well, no. That's it? Okay, well, I'm not opening that chest yet. We need to go upstairs, it seems. I'm just gonna try on all these open clearance things. Oh, here's a challenge. Okay, we're definitely gonna have to explore this with exploration. I'm so excited for it. I'm waiting for the next preview live stream. This is gonna fall, isn't it? Oh, another slate down there. I don't know how many slates you need, but I think we've seen about 5 already, and I don't remember where they are exactly. But you know what? It'll be fun. It'll be fun. We'll just go with that. I'm opening all the doors already, so it'll be easier to explore. You're probably gonna wake up.
Quietly now. Things are about
Quietly
to get
now, I say.
dicey.
Go back to sleep.
Take it easy.
Dodge it. I don't know. The more I think about it, the more excited I am about the rest of the story and recording the exploration. And I love this game, and I love that we get to share our passion for this game as well. I'm always super excited you guys want to see this too, because I like recording these quests as well, and not a lot of people give that much care about them. So I'm always happy when we get to work with them, I guess. I don't know how to word it. I didn't talk to this guy though. Pity that Ufaira will never get to see this. He does know more. Is that, I assume that's his wife? Maybe? Never heard him mention that name before. Yeah, I know. It's either his wife, I don't know, because during some conversation they talked about it and they were like, they're not actually blood relatives. They were just both alone and decided to travel together. I'm not sure if that's the case though. Maybe I understood it wrong. Anyway, I'm struggling finding this,
Take it easy.
this next step for us? This looks like a long alleyway. Oh, but this was just a drop down, wasn't it? With the little tablet underneath. And then what? If I need all the tablets, I'm gonna cry as well. That would be very funny though. I should have picked them up. The thing is, since I decided to not pick any up, I know that if I'm struggling, I could just look up where they all are. I need to find a way up. Right now, we're not achieving anything. I'm just running around in circles. Here's out. What's the hint here? Yeah, the material we've gathered is enough to write a paper. Great job. Higher. Oh, here's something new. Quite different from the ones we've dealt with. No, we've dealt with this before. All these mechanisms counter research material. I would say it is research material, but some beg to differ. This is just to keep me safe, maybe? It makes cute little bloop, 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 bloop noise, though. Okay, this is progress. Chest of old feathers. I just keep opening the door back to this place. I'm not achieving anything. Maybe I do have to do something in these places, huh? Ooh. Whoa. But how do I... I'm just gonna go up here. Maybe it'll give me an idea. Ah, okay. So it looks like I just have to look up. That's all it took, guys. Using your brain and your eyes. And whoa, look at that. It's a whole new world. Using brain, not the easiest thing for most people, though. Look at that. There you go. Does this just open then? Ah, yep. Looks like it's a shortcut. It's more than that. But yeah, sure. Took me a little bit, but I feel like that it wasn't too long. And we had a little nice chat during it. I like these moments. It's kind of like a podcast. It's all lit up. Let's go find some other place. I'm working on it. I don't have enough clearance, though. Can I turn this off? Nope. What is this? Ah. Okay. Ow. I got punched. Punched. Okay. Oh. Interesting. No reaction. Maybe some prismal sandglass around here that isn't activated or something? Down here? Well, we're probably gonna need this, so... I'm bringing my little triangle. My little upside down pyramid. Hop in here. This is the last sands, isn't it? Yeah. So I can activate this.
Take it easy.
Then there's one over here, I thought. But also maybe not. Oh, you know what? That's exploration, so we'll do that some other time. We'll do that when we explore. I am gonna miss out on some stuff, but I'm so excited. There's so many new mechanics. Okay, cool. That's both on that side, right? Yeah. Now this side should make more sense now that I know I can look up. Challenge failed. Intentional. Very much intentional. Yeah, here we go. Wow, I missed this as well. And I managed to not get the thing. Wow, that's perfect. Sure, I'll leave it there. Not like it matters. The thing is, if it would give me run energy, I would absolutely grab it. But at this point, I'm dodging all of it. And quite wonderfully so. It's 3 out of 4 sides. One more. Yep, working on it. It's right here. Once you understand it, it's so much more obvious, isn't it? Okay, it's high up. And then we can get this, but also we can fall back down through here, it seems. Up where, though? Is this where the... Nope, that's not what I meant to do. Oh. That's funny. I think this thing turns off when you're not near it so that it doesn't burn your PC. So that your device doesn't overheat. Alright, cool. We got all 4. Huge. I really hope it doesn't open this thing and makes a massive boss of some sort, though. Let's see it. It's opening for real? There's another layer. It's a domain. What is it? His spirit is in the chest. Oh, Retnos, as impressive as always. I'll definitely credit you if I'm able to publish my paper successfully. You better. I'm doing all the work. Although, what we're about to do is disrespectful. It's all for academic progress. Promise is not for selfish gain, right? Huh? Wait, there's nothing in here. How is this possible? These diagrams. Wait a minute. Let me think. I get it now. This has to be an illusion. Of course, King Deshret knew that inquisitive researchers like me would come with the desire to get to know the bottom of things and uncover all his secrets. So of course he wouldn't let others get to them that easily. Thus, he built this huge mausoleum and prepared so many doors and rooms. He even went as far as to prepare illusions like this to mislead us. The important things wouldn't be placed in such a conspicuous spot. Moreover, this place is too low. Way too low. The real treasure is definitely higher up. It must be some place close to the sky. What utter nonsense. Oh, well, let's hear what you think then. Well, it's down. We have to go down. I'm going to be able to say exactly what it's for, but I know for sure that what you say is untrue. Does someone like you even have the right to say, stop, stop, we're academic baloney? Indeed, but I'm convinced that you know little about these sands. Stop going on about the sands. What you see is the truth. Just you wait. I'll find solid proof that you can't refute. Up, let's go upward. Alright, let's find a way up. I don't know, maybe he's gonna get spliced at the end. Is this some kind of elevator? Well guys, I found a way up. That's convenient, you can say that. This has to be some kind of domain of some sort. The thing, that energy, I feel it has something to do with the abyss for some reason in my brain. It's always the same. It looks very similar. You know, when you enter the big abyss portal, it's the same kind of dark blue that flows, and every domain and such. I don't know if there's like a canon explanation for domains, because I remember at the very start of the game, and this might actually be like a massive hint that we all overlooked because it was at the start, but you know when you do the Xiangling quest, there's this guy that's frozen with like a frozen pig. And he stayed alive all that time in a domain, frozen. Now you can be like, yeah, but it's because ice. Isn't it just the phenomenon of a domain being a domain? You know what I mean? Like time, space, flow stuff, all that? Or is that debunked already? But see that little crystal over there? Looks very abyss to me as well. Anyway. What is this? Theoretically, this should be where King Deshret's organs are stored. But like before, nothing physical is stored here. What do you mean? Oh, I have a theory, but I need more evidence to prove it. Father, what do you think? I'm sure you know something, right? Even if you didn't tell me or anyone else. The stone slate is the key, but it cannot open all doors. Even the key must first receive acknowledgement. Oh, Ben agrees. Ben's link to this place is obvious. What do you mean, the stone must receive acknowledgement? That's just absurd. Ben, who do you think is correct? That's thinking emoji. Now that I've calmed down a little, I can understand what your bro is challenging my views. You said he was one from the desert. Perhaps some experiences, maybe even verbal, have been treated as knowledge. Not that they are true knowledge, of course, and naturally, there are no academic records for such things. His superstitions are understandable, considering the society he lived in. But Jet, do you really think that Ben's words are worth believing? These are, after all, words that came out of nowhere instead of an actual academic researcher, you know? But Ben has helped a lot on our trip. As for you, Terzad, you've been nothing but talk. I doubt your speech is high-flown though they sound, are even entirely correct. I get the feeling that my father knows more, and that if he would just tell us everything he knows... Repeating something wrong 1,000 times won't make it right. I'm so tired of this guy. I guess they are real father-daughter, because they keep mentioning father-daughter as well. You have no link to this place, so who do you think is right? Ben is right. No one can really understand Ben. I can feel his emotions. Even if you asked us, we wouldn't be able to answer a question like that. I do think Paimon was right too. Instead of worrying about different opinions, why don't we focus on attention on a real problem like, right, didn't the stone slate light up earlier? But there are still so many blank spots on it. Do you think we'll find clues about this stone slate here? Why don't we take a look? I'm excited. Oh, it's a cutscene. I thought it was. It's not a cutscene. It is a cutscene. Nyum. Oh. Guess we got one. 1 out of 4. Whoa, it's shining. Look, it opened a new passageway too. That looks scary. Why is it so dark? It really is just a key. If you look closely, there are still empty patches. Tears Eye, can you tell us about the symbols now? You have to answer once they're all lit up. It's too early now. I can't jump to conclusions. That does make sense. If people in the past were fond of us using inverted sentences, we may come to a completely opposite conclusion if we don't have all the information. I don't know. I don't know. Let's just... exactly. Thinking. Since the passageway to the next place is showing itself... Maybe, you know what? Maybe it's just King Deshret right here. It's his reincarnation. Things really go that smoothly. I don't know. We just have to... We have to just... keep going. There's nothing... We can keep trying to guess, but we won't know until we're truly there. Definitely get an answer for continue. Exactly. Let's just keep going. There's no point. Let's be more careful from now. Oh, Ben's sprinting though. I understand we should be more careful. We'll be fine. So far we've been pretty careful. Haven't gotten attacked by a lot. Just a couple triangles. Their walks are very scenic though. And slow. But very scenic. Oh. Cutscene real this time? Hey, Retnas. What happened? Did we fall? Thank goodness, you're finally awake. How long did that take? I don't know what happened. We're here when it was a trap. Let's go look for the others. Who would have thought? Oh, create, stop. I couldn't see the... Why do you pop up this at the same time as the achievement game? It doesn't make sense. Increase level of clearance. The higher clearance, the more device it can control. Ah. Waypoint. So that's what it is. It really is. Clearance. It makes sense. Oh, whoa, my goodness. Oh, they're fighting for tutus. We've got the help. They're fine. Look, they're owning 600 damage. Yo, that's some flat HP main build right there. Wow, this is cool though. Defeat the Fatui. I'm kind of busy. There's probably gonna be chests around here as well, right? Whoops. There's got to be some kind of exploration. I feel like. Aw, he shielded, bro. I have no cryo on my party. This is gonna be awful. Ooh.
Take it easy.
Oh, underground froggy. Ah, no, I wanted the butterflies. I'm helping. Oh, there's a lot here.
Really? Gotcha.
Okay, let's just try and punch
Hear
as
my
much as we
prayer.
can.
Here's the good.
It's kind of rough.
Here
Team
comes
kind
the
of
cat.
sucks for this, but they're literally the two elements my team is. They are Electro and Hydro, and I had 2 Electro, 2 Hydro in my team. Oh my goodness, I'm doing no damage whatsoever. You know what's funny? I found a post on my own on Horror from years ago. Literally 2 years now.
Take it easy.
When I started playing, and I asked on the forums, I was like, guys, I don't understand. What is these? How do you deal with electro? What did I call electro barrier? I think I called these things. So the electro shield he has, I couldn't get through it, and I was like, how do you destroy it? Because look, it's taking no damage. You probably just use cryo. I was like, yeah, but Kaya's not leveled at all. You don't need to level him. It's fine. I thought it was very funny because I was really clueless at the time. Not that I'm not clueless now, but I'm a little bit less clueless anyway. You're finally here, my savior. They did all the work. I just woke up to find myself in this place, and my whole body felt like it was falling apart. It wasn't even the end of it. I went to great lengths and finally found Jen and her father, but the Fatui attacked again. What do you mean again? What do you mean again? Hey, we're being left out. You see Ben on the way here. No. I didn't see Ben. I apologize. Ben must be up ahead. It's only left alone for now, so let's find it soon. There's no need to be so anxious. The way I see it, it's probably only got lost because it likes running off by itself so much. Ben has helped us so much. I think Ben is very important for the rest of the expedition. That is true. I must find Ben. Capabilities are undeniable. Exactly. Even you... What do you mean? It makes sense. He keeps mentioning that there's multiple Fatutus. It is weird that the Fatutu are here, though. No way this ties into Fatutu lore. That's actually very unexpected. Avoiding battles where victory isn't guaranteed. Why are you proud about this? Let's advance more carefully. We supposedly did advance carefully, and we fell into a trap and almost died. And look, that's real fire over there. That's not one of those weird cube things. Okay, anyway. Intriguing and pretty underground spot. More dialogue again. Never mind. Find Ben Ben. Froggy! There's so many froggies underground here. This is great underground. I like this underground. And there's shroomies as well. He's going crazy. He's circling around this thing. Hey, champ.
Busted.
Bop. Hiya.
Surrender.
Got him. All for Nilu. 1 fungal spore. Really not high value. Hiya. Okay. I do want to check out what's over here as well, though. It's not a door. It's like the other split off, the other underground we were at. And this is not open yet. Interesting. Very interesting. Nope. Leave me alone. Really? I put him at 1 health. My voice keeps cutting off itself. Like, I'm not doing this intentionally. It's just blocking itself. Water? You can live here for years. Okay, there is exploration here. That's good to know. Oh, sure.
Gotcha.
This is pretty good for me.
Judgment is
Apologize,
upon
I need it though.
Guilty.
Bam. Well, they all died, which is kind of unfortunate. Didn't really get to use my Sino Burst. Where from here? Okay. Open sesame. Oh. Hello?
Quietly now.
I find this incredibly weird that there's Fatuti. What's the implication gonna be? Are we about to, like... There's no way we meet some Fatutu person. That'd be crazy. I hate this slanted stuff. Whoa, okay. Whoa. There's an Emirates? Eremite. Emirate. I don't remember again. More Fatui as well. This is crazy. Wait, does this link back up? No way. No way this just leads up, out. No way. Proceed deeper. Can't be some Ben here either. Do we have to go even further? Well, it looks like it. It definitely looks like it.
Take it easy.
Can I glide past this? Yeah, I can. There's another tablet down there. And that's probably an Animo Stone to get back up. So I guess I'll try to remember that as well. What a rough time not gathering these for the exploration, huh? Wait a minute, these Fatui are in cahoots with the Eremites? It is Eremites. Maybe we should just head back. Nah, dude. No way, Ben could be right ahead waiting for us. Alright, let's go then.
Well met.
Well met, forehead.
Things are about to get dicey.
I'm okay. I'm alright, bro. This is crazy. I actually find this so cool. Maybe it was very expected. I don't know. I do find it really interesting. The fact that there's Fatutu here hanging with the Eremites. I forgot again. Eremites? Emirates. What's down here? More exploration stuff. Definitely gonna have to come back here. That room's... I wonder if it was a trap. Why did it send us here? It's common practice to attempt to expel trespassing outsiders. If you want technical details, you have to wait until I return and ask some expert. But I wonder, if King Deshret was a tyrant like you say, why wasn't that a lethal mechanism instead? Exactly, Jet. We're just lucky that we haven't encountered one yet, and hope that we never do. Look, we can continue our exploration on this path. I don't want to give up when we're finally found some clues about the stone slate. Shh, those guys down there aren't friendly. We must find a way around them. Proceed forward, or... Who is that? Who's the guy on the left? I see two of the debt collectors. It's the Fatui and Eremites again. You know, Rednos, I must have been thinking, did they kidnap Ben? We've got to rescue it. Jet, calm down. Are you kidding? I'm just an ordinary researcher. I come here to solve academic problems, not to fight. But we wouldn't have been able to get here without Ben. And Tirzad, you'll never be able to solve those academic problems with yours without Ben either. That's right. I get it. I think we should definitely save Ben Ben. I thought this was clear for a while already. I do want this waypoint though, because this is actually in the middle of nowhere. Go to the Fatui camp and search for clues. You think I can do this stealthily? Oh, it's just a mage, I think. I mean, maybe I could just talk to them. Maybe we don't have to fight. Yeah. Huh, I was wondering where you would get here, my dear Jabrail. Oh, this is Samael. Wait. So it's not his wife. Huh? Or is it? I can't tell. And here you are, just as I expected, even without an invitation from me. Oh, how long has it been since we last spoke face to face? Even my fingers on both hands aren't enough to count the years. What about you? Do you remember Jabrail? Silent. Whoa, that guy seems really strange. Okay, so it's Jabrail's boyfriend, maybe. But it looks like he knows Jabrail. How cold. His walk, though. Is our reunion after so many years not worth a glass of wine and a toast? You know I don't hold the past against you. Either that, or I'm not Samael the straight shooter. There's still a place for you in Thutmose. Just say the word and everything can go back to how it was. Indeed, we can even go claim the debt that Babel owes us. I knew it. I knew Jabrail wasn't a good person. He's actually old friends with someone like this. Nonsense. Father may have kept some things from me, but I believe he has his reasons. Haha, that really hurts, Jet. Huh? How do you know my name? How could I not know? Why, Jabrail, you've got such a cold heart. And it's like father, like daughter, I see. What, is it his son? Ah, dear Jet, you may have forgotten me. But luckily, I still remember it very well. Who is this? I held you in my arms when we were just a little baby, with the moonlight on my side and the bonfire on the other, just like your parents. How come? It seems like Jabrail didn't tell you anything at all, huh? Come on, that can't be. Jabrail, couldn't you even tell your own daughter the truth? Oh well, I suppose I shouldn't have been too shocked. After all, we did call you the treacherous grit. As I listened to my subordinates reporting to me about the responses of foreign merchants in the oasis, I started to wonder who gave them such wisdom, yet only instructed them without explaining anything at all. But even I would never have imagined that little Jet's place in your heart is no different than those foreign merchants, mere strangers to you. You don't even dare to tell her about your past. Why? Are you afraid she'll hear about your history of betrayal and look down on you? Father, what's going on? Samael, to be honest, I'm quite relieved to see you're still the same lippy fellow I remember. Now I have nothing to worry about if I beat you to the point where you'll leave of your own accord. Ha, so you are afraid. You're afraid that this ghost of your past will seek you out for the debt you owe. But of course, I have the right. The secrets of Al-Ahmar belong to the Thutmose, yet you took the key and betrayed us. You betrayed all us grains of sand. Just look at yourself. You're with children and cowards. Ha! Where's the ferocity you once had? Has it flowered away like the sand flows out from between the fingers? Enough! Hand Ben Ben over. Ben Ben? Oh, the mechanical creation? Hey, do y'all just hear that? Jabrail actually calls this thing Ben Ben. Unfortunately, these Snezhnayans aren't old acquaintances, or this would be much, much more amusing. Hand over Ben Ben, or else. Or else what, Jabrail? Is this even necessary? Ultimatum after ultimatum. Have you finally changed your mind? Do you plan to finally sit down and catch up with me? Oh, right. Do you remember what happened to... Oh wait, Samael, that's Ufira? Ufera. Maybe I never mentioned Samael. I keep forgetting all these names, dude. I think in the pyramid he said Ufira, not Samael. You haven't forgotten, right? I hope this isn't something weird. It's fine. Even if you've forgotten, I can help you refresh your memories again and again. What the heck is this guy saying? He's rubbing it in. It's salt in the wound for sure. We do have another way to communicate, don't we? Come on, Jet. Why don't you and that kid over there lend him a hand? After all, Jabrail is much weaker than he used to be. That guy Samael looks strong, but we have to give him a good trashing so we can get Ben Ben back. Bro, I could do it with my pinky finger, that's it.
Busted.
That's it? That's your health bar?
Grant us your blessing.
Ben Ben! What's up, Ben Ben? Yo, this is Ben Ben.
Here.
Get you out of here soon. Ow. Give me a second, I really want that. Where's the... Samael! Ow!
But the truth...
Samael killed me! I'm dead. That says Samael. Oh, I'm reading. Sorry. Notable progress have been made in Kaiji suit. Requisite conditions for opening the... Okay, I'm sorry. I'm trolling. I'll be good. I'll be good. Freak, I'm not
That's
good.
my time.
The twin blades of Thutmo. It's fine. Candace solo. What Candace duo? Boom. Man, bomb. I'll let them get the last hit. That was deserved. I didn't punch. They did it. Hey, Benny boy. Ben, you doing good? Ben trusts us more than ever now as well. That's great. Seems fine, but a little sad. See, you can understand what it's saying. Hey, Jabril, you better tell us the truth this instant, or we'll have to go our separate ways. Alright, I'm going with Jabril, by the way. Suma's clearly some manner of villain, but he was being so friendly with you, and even with Jet. So are you. Part of the same group. I knew it. I knew it all along. You agreed to my commission without even asking about the details. It's because you had a plan, right? You plotted with Samael to trick a simple and ignorant researcher like me to uncover these secrets here for you. And even use your own daughter to gain my trust for the sake of that goal, didn't you? And you, Jet, that naivety and ignorance of yours was just a facade, and Jabril made you put on, wasn't it? And what an actress you were indeed. Tuzart, you're too much. Paimon thinks that Jet was actually really in the dark about this. But as for Jabril... Paimon, you too, Rednos. Wake up! It's my kindness and gullibility. Gullibility, I think, that made me fall for their lies. Don't follow in my footsteps. What are you talking about? I'm no actress. And you, Father, this isn't a time for secrets. I, too, want to know the truth. I won't make excuse for my betrayal, nor do I think I've made the wrong choice. You know, Paimon remembers Samael calling Jabril something like treacherous grit. Yes, there's nothing to hide there. I was once one of the Sand People, Thutmose. But no matter what it was in the past. Now. Anyway, Samael's a madman through and through. He will stop at nothing to achieve his objectives. That was obvious enough. My wife, Jet's mother, was killed by him. I figured when he was talking about it like that. Seems very obvious. So that's what happened. Is that why you never ever mention her? Your mother was a researcher too. If it wasn't for me, she would have had a brighter future. At least, she wouldn't have lost her life at such a young age. Tirzad. What? I won't believe a word you just said. That's reasonable. I was who concealed my motives, so I brought this upon myself. But no matter what, I'll protect you till this commission is over. Besides that Samael has a bone to pick with you if you stay with me. I don't want to be targeted by someone like that. But we just killed him, did we not? Tirzad, you're being stupid again. That's just an old grudge between them. His current priority is definitely King Deshret's treasures. Why would he have taken Ben otherwise? So, he'd come for you, even if my father wasn't here. After all, you have the key to solving everything. I do? Wait, the stone slate? Good thing I gave it to Renos for safekeeping. I knew it wasn't something safe. I lost it. By the way, I don't have it anymore. It's not just a stone slate, but your intelligence too. The knowledge you possess as a researcher is something he covets. I don't want to be targeted in a place like this. I'll be fine. I'll be fine. Jabril got your back. Father won't lose to that guy. And we have meat, too. I won't let Samael harm anyone again. She's strong. I like that she's, you know, she just learned some dense news and she's kind of just glossed over it. There's no time to lose. The longer we delay, the more time we'll have to prepare. He's like a viper crawling through the shadows, and his blades like a viper's fangs. We cannot show any weakness to him. Otherwise, it will lead to fatal consequences. Hope you keep your word. Of course! Why would he not keep his word? Strange. What's Samael doing here? What they want should be up there, right? Sure he has a plan. Or perhaps we missed some clues around here. Well, there's like 4 more things we gotta do, no? Because we only got one of them. We only got one of the things on the slate to light up. I'm still on the revive screen. Anyway, here's another... So proceed deeper into ruins, okay. I won't get this either. I'm skipping it all. Scarab though. We can open this now. Very nice. Interesting. There's another slate, little thingy. What do they call it? Is it even called a slate, or is it just interact, pick up? Yeah, we don't know what it's called. Is this the way? I don't think so. I really want to revive my characters though, so hopefully we get to a waypoint and I get to teleport to a waypoint and back. Wait, is this where we came from? Oh no, I just opened this. This is the other place, is it? This is that underground, isn't it? Yeah, it is. Okay. I think I have to go this way. I'll revive Yelan to run quick. This is my main reason. I want C2 Yelan just so I can have 2 E's and run around real quick. Alright, let's go back through here then. Pling. I love hearing the little noise for oculi. It's kind of why I like not picking them up. Okay. Show me the way, Seely. Oh, of course.
Busted.
Of course you would do this to me. I'll just walk onto it. Boom. So that.
Flee. Quietly now.
Seely's so sneaky always.
Hear my prayer. Do your worst.
I want to pick it up yet. Ow. Ow.
Yield.
Keep forgetting I should hold. There we go. Grab this. But Seely, I don't understand. My brain is too tiny for this. You're hinting at things I don't get. I want to run ahead of it because I don't want it to complete. What? How? Elevator, please, or something? Touch that. What is happening? King Dash Rush Moons have a great number of videos that have had original appearance subscribed by Mr. Power Wall. You can start to sell to help you. Okay. I am Queen Yelan with my little crown. Oh, that's how it. That's so nice.
Take it easy.
It shows the things that we can't see originally, like this one. Okay, well that's great and all. Anyway, I'm leaving. Oh, that's an exit maybe? Oh, here's one of these things. Here's another one. Hi, I kinda... Okay, I should just eat chicken. I don't know why I'm being so difficult about this. Just eat chicken. You'll say Dori is a healer, and you will be right,
Gotcha.
but also she's full physical damage.
Game's up. Fun's over.
Don't push me off, stop.
Quietly now.
I don't think my E pops, unfortunately, so I don't get any recharge for it. Here's another door. This place is so full of things. I just need this.
Take it easy.
Wait, this isn't the cube. How do I get the cube? Oh, whoops. I don't remember what I was supposed to do here at all. Can I rotate all of these? No. Howdy.
Busted.
Oh yeah, I love when you go invisible. It's so much fun.
Too easy.
Quietly now.
I can't tell if he's taking a lot of that. Okay, he's pretty.
Here comes the catch.
Maybe I should cut this. I don't know. I'll leave this in this time, but let me know if I do any long world quests in the future. Do you want me to cut this or like keep only the lore? Wait, there's more. Where? He's behind this door. Right? I can't tell. Anyway. Could we open this?
Take it easy.
Can. There he is. Hello.
Gotcha.
Yeah, we actually have to go here as well. Never mind.
Do
I
your
can there.
worst. Grant us your blessing.
Do, 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 do.
Busted.
Please die. Takes me so long to kill these things. Okay, this should be easy. Here's another one of those slates as well. It's really guiding you through where they all are, so... In that sense, definitely should have been gathering all of them. Oh well. I'm committed to leaving them all behind, as frustrating as it is to look at. It happens. Oh, this is easy. You can unlock all the doors. Oh, this is really cool, actually. You can unlock all the doors, as well as unlock the chest, probably, by centering them all. It's cool. So, would there be a reason to have this here? Why is there like a checkpoint? Does this do anything? I wonder. I don't think it does. Why is this blue? What? That's cheese. Du fromage. Anyway, let's keep going. I don't know how long it's gonna be, and I don't know how many interjections we're gonna get. See, if I can get the other 4 marks easily without being interrupted all the time, I'll bring this further, I think. Then it'll probably not take that long anymore. But if we have to get all 3 things and it takes just as long, it's gonna take forever to beat this quest, you know, to like get to the end. Because I feel like the conclusion would make sense if we get all 4 of the things on the slate to light up. It'll probably bring us to one last spot, and that'll be that. That's how I feel about it. Oh, this slate can break stones. That's crazy. Oh, it ran out. What a shame. I'm just bursting
Here comes
again.
the catch.
Oh, I want to use my E. Where'd the thing go? I lost it. Oh, here it is. Lizard. Okay, back here. Interesting. Sure. So we need these to get back in. Oh lordy, I'm gonna need one from the other side as well. Opet Hall. This is very big and impressive, though. I'll be honest. Okay, that's 1. Should I might as well, right? Why would I keep it there? Maybe it would have been a chest. You know what? Maybe that was a mistake. Maybe I should have left 2 there. I kind of don't see the point, though. Because I can never get it back there, can I? I don't know. I'll figure it out when I explore. Okay, and now we go back down. I think I'm going to backtrack through here. Yeah, okay.
Take it easy.
That was it. Uh-huh. Do you want this? No? No? Oh. Wait. What? I am confusion. We open this door first. And you get this triangle, which gives me another cell. Of course. Yes. And I bring this one back. It all makes sense. I don't know why they changed the little lock thing. It looks so different, like specifically different for no reason. Maybe there is a reason. Maybe it's even lore related. Who knows? Come on. Chop chop. They have these little energy restoring flowers everywhere as well. I don't even know if they're that useful. I guess what I can do is walk back after this to check if these things do respawn. The thing is, I don't understand why they would put these checkpoints halfway here. Like these. Hey, I saw him. Come here. Why is this here if the last little bit is just going up? There's another slate. I'm seeing all of them. I'm seeing all of them. I just can't gather. It's probably some tiny side quest that opens a massive loot place. That's usually what it does. It reminds me of Enkanomiya. And the door's open. Come on, let's go. Yes, Paimon. Alright, here's another one. This is our second slate light, because this is another one of those jar-looking things. Gimme, gimme, gimme. This should be the last. The last? Let's take a look at the stone slate. Wait. Okay. I thought we only had one of the 4, though. I'm a little bit confused. Yeah. This is gonna be your second one. What? It didn't even light. It didn't even light a thing. Oh. That's 2 of the pyramids, I guess. Do we have to go to more of them? lit up as expected, and there's a map. Looks like it. That's where we are right now. The bottom right one, or bottom left, sorry, this thing. And then this top right thing is where we started? Where we fell into the ground at the very start? Scripts are most like texts of praise. Someone in an exalted position like King Deshret would naturally be fond of things like this. Look, all these wonders are an attempt at whitewashing his rule. Rule by force, he said. This guy's so full of dookie, man. Sure sounded convinced then, too. What do you mean? These are conclusions I came to after carefully analyzing and reasoning. Just look at it. What would it be if not an attempt at whitewashing? It's very common for rulers to sugarcoat their deeds, since this entire ruin was made by King Deshret. It's not that hard to imagine that this is on purpose, right? Reflecting on your own shortcomings in your work, well, we researchers do that. Though they mostly write a few hypocritical lines in the acknowledgements of a research paper and call it a day. You know what? They're just pretending to be modest. Why would any academic researcher really believe that they're incompetent anyway? I don't know. They won't be humble, or be seen as humble. Somehow Paimon gets the feeling that he's hurting himself with his own words there. I mean, yeah. I must admit, Jabrel's analysis did give me some inspiration. But, as an outstanding researcher, should be able to accept the opinions of others when they are correct. Needless obstinacy will make it impossible to make an academic breakthrough. Don't you think so too? You said everything that can be said from either side. Is there even anything left for us to say? And here we see the researcher's ability for facts in its natural habitat. Why is he not responding? I'm flaming. It's nothing of the sort. This is the deepening of understanding. Your inability to realize that shows that you still have a long way to go. Speaking of ways, this is the place marked on the map to our next destination. Or, what? I butchered that sentence, but we have to go there. I think where all treasures meet and all secrets end. Of course, there will be the end of our grand adventure too, and the penultimate chapter of my masterpiece. Really now. Well, I really wish to obtain all the answers this instant. My body is exhausted. Noctigal and the others are still at the oasis. Oh, right. Samuel's subordinates reported him to merchants. Do you think they were attacked? Well, they were definitely questioned. I told them what to do if something like this happened, so they should be fine. Whoa, that's a first. Paimon never heard Jabrel sound so uncertain. I think they sold us out, honestly. Let's get back to Nightingale's group as soon as we can. It'll be bad if they're in hot water that they can't get themselves out of. Achievement? The Amazing Pyramid. This is very cool and chunky. Like, my PC's not liking it. Okay. Wow, that is cool. This entire place is going to be a blast to explore as well. So I'm more and more happy that I'm leaving things behind. It'll be more fun to explore in the long run. And that looks incredible as well. That's very cool. This is like thumbnail angle. This. And then we hide camera. Or hide character. This is pretty cool. Like this. Boom. Sick. Okay. Return to the Oasis. Let's take a little bit of a break, shall we? I need to rest my voice, get some water. But that was a really cool chapter with a lot more insight lore. We were in that thing. It was less impressive than I expected it to be for some reason, but I still enjoyed it quite a bit. See you in just a second. Okay, I'm back, and as expected, Eremites are here now. So, yeah, nothing new. Chumpers aren't here. You guys didn't have to help me, don't worry, I got it.
Futile.
Oh, okay, there's more. Oh, is that Samel again?
Game's up. Fun's over.
Or is he just like big spear guy of doom that I've never seen? He's tanky. Oh wait, I want to see that. These spawned a croc. I'm just so happy they're all alright. They really came at us. Luckily, Jabrel gave us some instructions beforehand, so they wouldn't make things too difficult for us. Well, that's good. How do you hide the Shumpty-Shumpters? If Boniface has Jabrel's wisdom, then perhaps our business will be doing much better than it currently is. You think too highly of him, then. Wisdom? He's one of them. I bet he's experienced talking. It's experienced talking. Father wouldn't do something like that. There's no need to argue with him, Jet. It's my fault. Yeah, I don't per se agree with that, but sure. What's going on? I thought a night in the Oasis might bring us all closer together. Why are you all at each other's throats again? Long story here, black screen, white text. Tell you everything, man. Everything, every single detail. I see, but I don't have the right to comment on it. Well, you do. Hey, Shumter's back. Tirzad's the one who's been paying me. No matter who I support, I'll be in a difficult spot. If I support Jabril, Tirzad will probably scream at me to get lost. But if I support Tirzad, then we'll be about Jabril in this world of sand of bandits. What do you do in a situation like this? You don't have to take a choice. I think Jabril has changed his ways. Palma doesn't think Jabril is a bad guy either. Anyway, that guy Samael has a weird way of speaking. It's best to not believe anything he says. I agree, Jabril's his enemy. They're definitely on the same side. I believe the most important thing is to get Tirzad to trust Jabril. Don't make this an emo story, please. I just want the spicy lore. What? You're a merchant. You should know the value of trust. Even if the world of academics, researchers who engage... Okay, to be fair, a world of academics, all of that stuff's corrupt anyway in the real world. So much of this is just money. It's not anything about trust. Like, money corrupts trust. Anyway, researchers who engage in misconduct will be stripped of their research qualifications. Yeah, that's what you thought. Just ask yourself, would you trade with someone who cheated you in the past? Oh, about that. I would decide... What? Wasn't that the story at first? They scammed him, supposedly? I would decide based on circumstances. I dare not speak for others, but Boniface and I have much more flexible moral standards. After weighing the risks and the benefits, we usually choose to take the risk. We wouldn't have accepted your commission otherwise. You guys. I think I said this before, but you sure are stubborn. Forget about Samael for a moment and ask yourself a question. Has Jabril ever done anything to harm you? No, I don't think so. Then hasn't he proven himself through his actions? This Mondstadt dude, mad smart. You know, when you caused all that commotion after getting drunk, it was Jabril who stayed and took care of you, Tirzad. This isn't the time for fighting amongst ourselves. Yeah, we haven't even found the place marked on the map yet. Jabril's definitely the person in our group who knows the most about the desert. It will be difficult for our expedition to proceed without him leading the way. Fine, I'll do it for you. I know I can trust you two. You're so annoying. I can't with this guy. Tirzad's archaeology team is back together again. We still have time. We should travel to the next oasis and rest there in preparations for the next leg of this expedition. I'm willing to explain, to repay you for your trust. But the journey is our current priority. Right. I wasn't sure who was saying that. Ooh. A little loading. Okay. Go to the next to the oasis. What? Next to the oasis? You call kilometer next? No. I was like, why is everything gone? Oh, it's Cyrus. Hey, Cyrus, how's it going, little guy? I hope you do well. Here you go. Yep. Anyway, let me get these. Or this, because there's only one. Up here we go, huh? Oh no, what's this? Got a page. Oh yeah, that's where I got one of those pages. Well, I probably should have marked the second one, but I didn't. Oh nice, we're healing up. I'm bringing you on this little journey. I might remember to cut it, and if I don't, hi, how's it going? Hope you're doing well. I hear a lot of people sleep to these. Didn't know it was that boring, guys. If you're trying to sleep, hey, sleep well. And if you're not trying to sleep, how you doing? What's up? Yo, look at this coconut. Alright, never lucky. No, I'm enjoying this stuff. I do think it's cool to have these long story quests, and recording them like this is a lot more fun than... I remember doing the... what was it called? It was with the tumor in Inazuma. It was a very long world quest as well. The Sakura cleansing, not that world quest. And I recorded that in the intent to make it a normal video, like I usually do, and I did, but it was so rough to edit, so doing it like this is way more fun for me. And we're here. Look, there's a lot to discuss, but let's set up camp first. Okay. Now that our bellies are full, and what other excuses do we have? Let's hear them. And what did you slip to Nachtigal earlier? You'd better not be thinking of using the merchants to send messages to the enemy. He is so exhausting. You're being too hostile. Nobody's gonna talk if you act like that. It was just a note on some trivial matters. It's with the luggage that you won't be able to take with you. You can have it once you return safely. He could be hostile all he wants. I'm angry too. Forget Tirzad. I've never even heard about my father's past. I refuse to believe that he's an evil person, but it's his I don't know how to pronounce this, secretiveness that caused all of this. None of this would have happened if he told us everything from the beginning. Ugh, I don't even know where to start now. Maybe we should start with his relationship with Samel. Alright, let's hear this. Well, they were just allies in the gang at the start. He was telling the truth. Yeah, I don't know what... Just like him, I was a member of the Eremite band named Thutmose. However, I betrayed him and Thutmose both. Did you do it because of Mother? No, that's not it. Oh, no. That would probably mean that because of betrayal, they killed her. I thought I'd never have to mention this to anyone ever again. In the end, it was all my fault. There were ill feelings between me and Samel, but I only regarded myself as an insignificant grain of sand. I did as Thutmose needed of me. Euphera was a capable researcher, and the Thutmose coveted her wisdom. They hoped to use her knowledge to solve the puzzle Al-Ahmar left behind. So I invited her to the desert and searched for many ruins with her. Our years spent together, exploring together, did bear some fruit, but it wasn't enough for Thutmose. And Jet was included in those results. Yo, that's... come on. Some things are best left unsaid. I mean, it's obvious, isn't it? Making reasonable interference here. It's obvious. What do you mean? As I said, there were ill feelings between Samel and me. After Jet was born, I kept asking myself if I could still wholeheartedly carry out the missions that Thutmose gave me, as I've been doing in the past. Could I still tolerate what Samel was doing? In the end, Euphera and I decided to use hitting a plateau in her research as an excuse to take Jet away from the desert and away from Thutmose. But Samel saw through it. Yep. Researcher that can't unlock the secrets of Al-Ahmars is worthless to Thutmose. He even thought that I would have no reason to leave Thutmose once Euphera was gone. Really? That's pretty bad. How do you even sleep at night after witnessing things like that? I do my best. So, our encounter with Samel was a coincidence? Yes and no. Thutmose will never give up an opportunity to unlock Al-Ahmar's secrets. I thought we might encounter them, but I never expected that we would run into Samel. As for Tooie too, Paimon wonders what wicked plots they and Samel are hatching together. He will stop at nothing to achieve his objectives. That's the kind of person Samel is. Then, what's your goal on this trip, Jibril? My goal? It's not Mora, is it? There's no way it's Mora. Are you still unable to let go of King Deshret's secrets? But Jibril said that even after years of research with Euphera amounted to nothing. That's not true. How would relying on Tirzad really change anything? You said that because Jet was born, they decided to... I keep calling her Jet, it's probably Jecht, but it's fine, right? You get me. When Jet was born, they wanted to get her safe and out of the desert, and that's where they stopped, because they supposedly hit a plateau with research, but they didn't. We're going to fill in the blanks tomorrow. In truth, I already know how I'm going to write my paper. Perhaps this is Jet said, coming to the desert is like returning home, and in the end, I'm a grain of sand. I was born here, and I shall be buried here as well. Euphera and I were like a bird and a fish, but Al-Ahmar's secrets allowed our fates to intertwine. Now, you and I, people from different lands, are again here for those very same secrets. They keep talking about intertwined fates, dude. That's just to get us to pool, because it's such a beautiful term. I didn't mention all this to you because it was my own selfish dream, and it had nothing to do with Jet. I didn't want to make her bear any burdens she doesn't have to. Tirzad, we hold different opinions on Al-Ahmar, but you're one of the researchers from the Hindi clan. As long as we reach the throne... Wait, what? I must have misread that. Our destination tomorrow, khaenri'ah, where Al-Ahmar's throne lies. According to the legend of the desert, only the chosen are worthy to kneel before the throne. The times have changed. If I have a chance to look upon the golden slumber that Al-Ahmar promised, I'll be able to fulfill the lifelong wish that Euphera and I share. Euphera. I hope I'm pronouncing that well too. To that end, I will do as we agreed and protect it to the end. Oh, alright. Our side would be the weaker by far if it were just Renos and me. What? And now you're whatever. Sometimes he's like, yeah, but Renos is protecting me, and sometimes he's like, yeah, we need you. Paimon's definitely stronger than you, though. Paimon's ultimate form will be... Anyway, I have new worries now. Jibril, you don't have revenge on your mind at all. I know you've repeatedly promised to protect me till the commission is over, but the loss of your wife isn't something you can't just laugh off, is it? If we meet him again, no. I definitely think we will. Even if I know that he'll be waiting in ambush for us at our final destination. At that time, what will your priority be? Will you take a step forward to get revenge, or step back to keep us safe? He is annoying in that sense, but I get this question. And I don't know. If taking revenge on Samil could bring Euphera back to life, a good deal like that. Even if I had to gut him 10 times, even 100 times, I wouldn't hesitate at all. But this is meaningless delusion that even Al-Ahmar would pay no attention to. I can only pray she's found peace amidst the endless ocean of sand. This is a very pretty screen. A man chained by hatred cannot raise a daughter. That's why I left the sands behind me, so Jet can get far away from all this, and all those feelings that would not edify her. Father, I didn't know anything. I even said that you did all this because you couldn't forget the desert and the hot winds here. If you hate it here, let's just leave right now. Forget Samel. To be honest, I want to know about the past. I want to know about you and Mother met and fell in love. I want to know what you and Mother had been through, the sweet memories, and everything else. But if bringing up these memories will bring you sorrow, then I'd rather not hear about them. Let's just leave them buried here. I'll stop liking the sand, and I'll stop treating this place as home. We've been together since I can remember. Nothing in this world is more important to me than you. I'm gonna sob. I always feel for these conversations. So long as you're well, we can be at home anywhere. Wait, you can't leave. Our expedition isn't over yet. But you were so suspicious of them a while ago. You really don't have a way with words, do you? Things change. I fully trust Jibril now. He certainly isn't on Samel's side, at least. He isn't, right? Don't worry, I won't quit halfway. Perhaps the day will come where I shall meet her again in the eternal oasis. When that day comes, spring water will replace salt water. Joy will wash away the pain. Roses will never wither, and the feasts will never end. But that day is still very, very far away. It will definitely not be now. She knows that I have a mission to complete. I will assist you in unlocking the secrets of Al-Ahmar and protect you until the end. Samil will not obstruct us, because I will clear him out of your way. As for Euphera, if I have the chance, I'll tell you everything, Jet. Time will gradually filter away the bitter impurities, though I'm not good with words. I may not be able to even convey 1,000th of her beautiful qualities, but if you're willing to listen, I will tell you everything I know. My head's a mess, Father. Can you sing that song again? Oh, stars high above the wasteland. It always calms me. It's a song that Euphera deciphered from Al-Ahmar's text. Oh god. Oh stars high above the wasteland, oh nightingales weary from the day. It's time to take off the crown of roses, cleanse yourself with wine made from grapes. I'll take the night watch. Don't stay up too late. They're cute. I feel bad. I'm sad. We're going. I'm sad for them. I hate these stories with the bad guy that's still there and just like dealt with the love of your life. It makes me sad. And I guess it makes sense that there was a page here. There should probably be one at every camp. So there's a hint for us in the future. Hilitrol chilling with Chumpty Shumter. Sorry, I have to deal with these Hilitrolli and Chumpty Shumters because they give a lot of loot. This is my motto every time. Okay. I feel bad though. I hope maybe there's like a picture of Jibril and his wife together. And look, it's one of these recipe chests that sometimes spawn and sometimes don't. I don't really know how to feel. I get the feelings story at the same time. I also thought we should have just dealt with Samil or whatever his name is just a second ago. I don't know why we let him go. We beat him up. Here's another Oculus.
Take it easy.
Take it easy. Khaenri'ah. Khaenri'ah? I'll grab this. This is a pretty place. Search for Khaenri'ah. What you mean? It's massive. It's right here. Lower 25 meters. Well, I feel like it's definitely that monolith looking thing. Phew. We're finally here. But is it the alcohol still clouding? There's no way you can use this as an excuse still. Or has the sand distorted my vision? Is this really the place we're looking for? I can see Khaenri'ah, but it also feels like I don't. Actually, I've been meaning to ask. You clearly can't hold your alcohol, so why are you so fond of drinking? Ben's like, yeah dude, what are you doing, idiot? I'd hoped it would prove my fountain of wisdom, but it makes my world spin instead. Ah, you're right. I should really slow it down a little. But I'll be fine. Naftial gave me some invigorating drinks before we left, so I'm as clear-headed as can be. You know, we just did a Mondstadt event, and we actually made anti-drunk, what is it called? Like a drunk cleansing thing, you know? It feels like we're missing a little something here. A little something, just a little might be an understatement. khaenri'ah is where it should be, but it seems to be refusing to show itself to us. What's that supposed to mean? We need to come back during night. Shh, look, over there. There's the Eremites. They've got here before us. Huh? What should we do? Avoid them? Beat them up, beat them up, beat them up. Yeah, there you go. Let's go have a little chat with them. We shouldn't get along. We didn't get along last time. We even fought each other. Can we even talk to them now? Sure, they're all different gangs. Think we're going over there to invite them for tea? Yes. We're going to communicate in our own way, of course. And if everything else fails, we'll talk with our fists. It is what Father and I are best at. Okay. Okay. Go to the Eremites camp. You think I'll remember Eremite? No, I still don't feel like I will. Emerite, Eremite. There's so many. Do I have to sneak? Oh, you can talk first. That's right. We don't have to punch yet. Who are you? Ha! The researcher and the trader. Good. Give us the stuff Samael mentioned. Give you what? We don't owe you anything. Ha! Acting dumb won't save you. Take this. Whoa. Well, looks like negotiations have broken down. We're fighting already? That's... My speech is not high tier, huh?
Here comes the cat.
Oh, we said 2 sentences and we're fighting already.
No.
Will.
Gotcha.
More of them. Target practice. Whoa. She's so cool. Whoa. I want to see this. Wait. What?
Where do you think
Your full dragon bird thing. No, Gene burst, venti burst thing. That is crazy.
Nowhere to run.
I actually really like that animal. She is so cool. No joke. She might like. If you give me her instead of Aloy, I'm take the deal. I take the deal any time of the day. I can get the last hit on this one. Oh, we didn't crit.
Surrender.
Surrender.
Pin them
Hiya.
down.
Got him. How strange. Feels like it didn't go all out. What did they mean when they mentioned Samael's orders? Is it about Ben? Ben did get taken away before. It's possible. Besides Tirzad, we must protect Ben well too. They probably stayed for a while. Let's look around. There might still be some clues. Oh, I saw it spawn right here by the spin disc. 86. 73 might have actually been a good guess earlier when we didn't get to see it. Search for clues. I am, in fact, searching for clues. Uh-huh. I'm not finding many clues, though. Anything up there? Search for clues in the Eremites camp. I'm trying. I got one clue. Maybe. I have to talk to them? What do you think? Smel's watching us, so we're unsafe right now. I don't want to admit it, but he knows me as well as I know him. Yeah, fair enough. Nathgal's invigorating drinks really are strong. If you sat me down at the table now, I certainly could write 1,000,000 words in one go. Oh, here we go. I'm blind. The merchant has given us the location of the trader. There's more than one key, so you don't have to obtain it by force. Oh. In case someone questions you, find a way to leave immediately, and don't ever mention our quarrel with that woman. If this works out, we'll be able to deal with her. The woman. The merchant. I mean, I did tell you I think the merchant was going to backstab us. Isn't this not enough news, bro? What? Jet. Stop running off with bad people. True, Ben. Just like Pamo stays with Redna. So yeah, it's true. I do have a lot of advantage for it. I don't understand. Search for clues. I'm pretty sure I have everything, or is there... There's more here. It's not here either. Look somewhere else. There we go. A short letter. Oh, and I got another page. Collect all 10 pages. Oh, it's for a book. Well, I got 2 of them. This one was very interesting, though. I still think maybe he's backstabbing us. I don't know. Are we gonna read this together? I think we are. We found this, although we're not sure if it's a useful clue. When I was still with the Tutmos, we used to leave messages for each other in code, just like this, so you can read it. Samael should be aware that he can. It's true. I think this is, yeah, it's sus. It's a bit of a trap. Knew your past would come back to bite us. Oh yeah, this guy has switched his... It's like he's hot and cold, but every single minute he changes. Come on, Ben. Why don't we just return to Sumeru City now? It's quite regrettable that my paper won't have its final 2 chapters, but I can always return if I'm still alive. Ben doesn't want to come with you. Use what against them? We're the latecomers here. They've been here for quite some time, and they've made some discoveries, of course. They just lack something crucial, so they can't advance. And we just happen to have what they need. The stone slate. I mean, they said there were 2 stone slates. Tirzad's useless. It's Ben. And the stones... They say there were 2 stone slates, Jabril. You memeing. Instead of taking them from us, they have a better way to getting what they want. There's more than 1 slate. Did you not read the paper? They like to sit back and claim the fruits of our work. They prefer if we solve everything for them. Yes. Won't be able to get what we want if we get stuck here too. So we can use this against them. We can't avoid a fight once everything has been uncovered. But Jet, Rednas, neither of you will run from a fight, right? Of course not. Of course not. Let me straight. There we go. I'm just have to punch that guy in the face when we meet again. The Eremites are nothing. I'll never cower. This is cute little arms crossed the mean. Alrighty then. Forward it is. Sorry to interrupt, but there must stop. I don't want to talk to you anymore. Tirzad, I'm tired of you. I don't care. This is just him complaining. Safety, baloney. They're all relics. I know. They may be precious relics to you researchers from academia, but they clearly aren't to the Tutmos. It's all just a process, a phase. All they care about is the final objective. Results is what matters to them. Tirzad, do you still not get it? We have no other choice now. It saddens me to think I won't be able to celebrate my success. Die. I hope you die. He may be in the shadows, but we're prepared for him. I won't let him touch you. According to this coded letter, Al-Ahmar's throne only shows itself to the worthy who have passed the 3 trials. Yes, trials, let's go. The trials to defeat them. Oh my god. I can only hope that you're wrong. We're gonna die in the trials, I can't believe it. Spicy. Trials. Trials. Oh, this is gonna be fun to get to. I'm lagging as well. Oh, nice, there is a thing. I was hoping there would be. Very cool though, this place. I like the trials idea a lot for some reason. I think it's very fitting. Especially, you know, the whole prove your worth thing. That always is involved with these deity thingies. I wonder if they're gonna be 3 different tests or just like, it is crazy puzzle. Hey, look, our tablet's gonna be filled with more knowledge here, no? Alright, activate the challenge. So, it opened this thing, I guess. Cannot switch character while gliding. Are you...
A new cycle.
Bro, you're actually trolling me. Well, no. Okay, it's a maze. I'm sticking to the left side of the maze. What is it pinging me to? I don't even know where I'm trying to go. Huh? Oh, there you go. I'm out. Or so I thought. This is just a little... Okay, well, I can see this. It's pretty fun. Well, fun's a big word. I did it again. Alright. I can't believe you killed my Sino, though, game. How could I know? How many layers of this... Wow, that was actually clean. The last bit. So... Operate. This is probably going to disable this whole thing, right? I hope, maybe, potentially. Is there still a wall here? There isn't. I've uncovered it. And there's another slate right there. And yeah, I'll just, you know what? I get to watch my own video to remember where they all are. Oh, we can get back out here as well if we're not going to explore this yet. Which I don't plan on doing. And that's where the, I saw the Oculus as well. Okay, we're back out here. So that was 1 trial already. That was a really cool and quick one. But I do like that mechanic a lot, though. It happened before. I saw Hilitrol dancing in the distance, just floating, and I was like, what the... How? It's glitched. But it was actually a puzzle. Like a maze like this thing. Can I cut through the middle here? I sure hope so. This is actually crazy. Can you walk down there? I want to see if it hits... It does hit something. But I do feel like you'd probably die, although there's like a thing there. For some reason, now, I haven't watched a lot of anime, but this reminds me of a One Punch Man episode? Is that possible? There was like a weird tower like this as well. Very, I don't know, maybe I'm crazy. There's so many Emerites. Eremites is what it's our first. Eremites. I know for sure. Howdy.
You are not welcome.
Quietly now.
I love how the left one always says you're not welcome here, and the girl always like, welcome, welcome. And I'm like, so am I supposed to feel welcomed or not?
I'm sick of this.
Take it easy.
Was... Jet was actually Hydro, right? And then her dad was actually Electro, so this was like a metaphor for them. I'm getting these as well, I don't care. She's higher level, by the way. These two are not bosses, not mini bosses, but they're one level higher.
Take it easy.
Catch one
You're
of these.
exposed.
Catch one of these.
Surrender.
And these. And this. Okay, next trial. I'm excited for this as well. The entrance is on the left here, it seems. Oh, never mind. But we can go back down on the left then. Hey, Lance, all you have to do is press the button. Oh, nope, she did though. Go in. It would make sense. There's something down there as well. Or is this just to go back up, actually? Yeah, it is. So we have to go down. Hello, milady.
Pin them down.
Goodbye, milady. Alright, nothing here yet. No slates or anything. Can you even call this a puzzle? I just pressed one button. Here's this. Here's that. Here's some investigation. Oh, kabaj. Okay, touch cell. Whoa. Whoa! I guess it opened... What? Yeah, sure, dude. I'm totally aware of what's happening here. More enemies. I don't know if there is one I should prioritize.
Do your
versus
worst.
the others, but
We shall.
we'll see.
Here comes the catch.
I think we'll be fine.
Gotcha.
There we go. He's gone. Give me the rewards. I'm sure I'm gonna use these eventually. I doubt NAHIHI would need them. I feel like it's not very NAHIHI loot, if you ask me. Oh, this is... It opens secret passages. That's what it did, right? Or like, yeah, it shows hidden stuff. So... Oh, there's just another one? Oh, that's convenient. Okay, we take this one. These are not doors. Oh. My apologies. Oh, I see. Like, you can... No. Never mind. I was like, I thought that it would... You can see or unsee the wall. Hey, look at that. A remarkable chest here. You can see and unsee the wall, and if it would allow stuff to go through it, like the beams to go through it, but maybe it doesn't do that per se. Well, it definitely doesn't. Down first. Here's another door. Another bad guy.
Quietly now.
I am worried when I see the amount of stuff that is to explore down here, but I think we'll be okay. We'll be okay in the long run. There we go. Grab that. Flip that. That. Why is that, like, lit up? Place. A keystone. Can be used on nearby pass. Well then. Nah, but this is so placed here for me to open it. I think it's in here. I think the key is in that chest. I might have to open it.
Here comes the catch. I didn't
That's the
factor
one
this
thing
in.
that sucks once again.
Gotcha.
Recording inspiration separately. This will also need on? Yeah. It's the second one. I think I have to open this and go through the first one. Let's see it. Yeah,
Treasure.
I figured.
One way to draw your target out of hiding.
One way to draw your target out of hiding. Funnily enough, that is what we're doing with the enemy right now. But yeah, that chest was so scenically placed that it was pretty obvious that we needed to open it. Here's probably the second one. I'm just gonna open this one too. Yeah. No surprises here. So I can rotate this. Let me do it just to see if anything else lights up. Nope. Alright. Oh, there's
Take
this
it
though.
easy.
Boop. That's useful. I mean, I don't know if there's a point, but... And then we got the second slate, I think. I didn't really pay attention to if it popped up, but I feel like it has to be. Don't know how this is a trial so far. It's just kind of punching triangles. And then not really puzzling either. Have this. It's gonna be a little beam. It's gonna light up that thing.
Take it easy.
Oh, everything opened. Okay. What a weird noise. Wait. That's our destination, I think, but I need to grab this. And then here? Is it? I went the wrong way. What do I need this one for? Oh, or did it just respawn? I didn't need this at all. Here we go. Wait, I'm confused on this one. I don't see what the logical continuation is of where I am. It showed me this door opening, right? And this one. I don't see the idea though, the intent. Oh, I didn't even notice that slate over there.
Take it easy.
Take it easy. What's the point of this? I have to finish the trial. Wow. Alright, here's another one. I hope they're not involved in this storyline. That'd be very stupid, but... Well, it wouldn't be the first time we do something stupid on this channel, alright? Well, actually, the second channel's been, like, relatively smart so far. I guess my main channel has been kind of stupid at times. How do I get out efficiently? There's definitely a better way. But I'll run back at this point. Okay. Here we go.
Take it easy.
Route. Hey, there's another dude. Hey, dude.
Following orders.
Following orders. What is it? Dying? Because you've succeeded in that? Cool. Let's go this way. One last trial. And then probably one more epic boss fight? I don't know. What do we think from now? Let's just have a little recap of what has happened and what we think will still happen. So, we've been to different ruins. We've been attacked by mushrooms many times. And we've been to all these ruins. We kind of made friends with the merchants and all them, but I do think, I don't know, I'm still wary of that one merchant that stayed behind. And I guess we just got a bit of lore about our Eremite friends here that are no longer Eremite baddies, but are now Eremite goodies. I don't really know, honestly, not that much happened. We learned a little bit about King Deshret. We're still trying to find, I guess, his origins, or his intents. Because the academia dude thinks he's all bad, and the people from the desert are like, nah, dude.
Quietly now.
Yield.
I guess that's what we're trying to find out. And I'm pretty sure he'll just be good. I don't know, he could have been bad, because that's very Hoyo, right? It's very Hoyo to have them be kind of bad in the end. And the fact that his wife got killed by this guy that we're about to fight again, at least I assume we're gonna fight again.
Gotcha.
That's very Hoyo. And it makes me angry.
Nowhere to run.
It makes me very unhappy. I laugh it off because I don't know how to, like, I don't know how to deal with that. It actually makes me angry, but I don't want to cuss the entire time. Alright, here's another plague as well. Look, it's trying to distract us to not see it, and it succeeded. Whoa, I didn't see it. Hello, what is this? Trial by fire. Trial by fighting?
Busted.
It looks like I win. It's gonna spawn more stuff, I feel. Yeah. I feel like we could get some help from our buddies here. Operate. That's all it took. Okay, we opened secret door. Which, was it really secret and unexpected? I don't know. That was so intriguing as well. I extinguished the torch. I think there's some consequence. Oh, wait. Did I have to do anything there? I don't think so, right? It's just more fighting, dropping down, more fighting, dropping down, more fighting.
Quietly now. Game's up. Fun's over.
Flee.
Yeon is so broken. Yeon's so old. Now, to be honest, my Yeon is really good, but it doesn't make her less old. Oh, more. A real trial.
We shall prevail.
Here comes the catch.
so much Hydra on my party. I don't know
Quietly
what it
now.
is with Hydra girls. I never thought Hydra would be my favorite, but I've just been liking it a lot recently with Candace, with Mona, of course, from the start, and then Yelan at the moment. Operate. That was it. That was it. That's all it took. This was the easiest trial. This required the least brain power. Find a way to khaenri'ah. I'm just gonna teleport back. Hope you don't mind. Immersion, not ruined. Check mark. Oh, I can do this now. I've done the trials, guys. I know I haven't been playing as Lumine. I kind of forgot. I said that unironically. Please don't hate me. Okay, here we go. Lumine, operated. It's more RP, you know? Especially for this part. Oh. It is hidden after all. Is it a domain? Look, it does look like a big monolith shape. And we're gonna get the glide from piece to piece. Can't wait. Chat? There's gonna be a chat, isn't there? Oh, yes, there isn't. We can finally see it. What's going on? We couldn't see it earlier. Right there. But if it was right there, where did it come from? I don't know, dude. Maybe because I'm a legend. Let's go. The final puzzle awaits. What do you mean the final puzzle? There's more puzzling?
Propagate.
Propagate.
The fuse is lit.
Fuse is lit, and I won't quit. Look at this crazy build. Overload damages over the top. Remember when everyone hated Yoimiya? I do. And then no one pulled for her. And then on the rerun, everyone was like, "Yeah, but Yoi's actually really good." Haha. You're all fake Yoi lovers.
Shine down.
I remember it because I had to go through the absolute pain of gathering Naku weeds when there were barely any spawns, because it was only the first island in Inazuma that was out. Any fellow first Yoi banners, Yoi banner lovers, remember this? Remember our struggles? Okay. Ooh, I think I get the puzzle, guys. I understand it. I'm just gonna press the button. Ooh, I completed the puzzle. Whoa, that is a quick mechanism right there. I think this is gonna add something to my plague. Oh, look! What are these wolf griffin looking things? Yeah, we're obviously inside, but where's the throne? Why would you think the throne would be facing the entrance? This isn't a receptionist desk. Actually, I feel like I shouldn't say such disrespectful things in a place like this. Anyway, King Deshret's throne should be in a more dignified place, or in simpler terms, a place that's higher up. His reasonings have been dookie so far with, like, he said he'd be buried high up, he said he'd be whatever high up, his office is high up. The mechanisms here probably stopped working a long time ago. We've got to find a way to reactivate them, okay? Paimon can't wait to see what the throne looks like. It's just a chair, Paimon. Everything linked to King Deshret is huge, so that throne is definitely very, very huge, right? Paimon wants to take a seat on it. Has Paimon ever sat down? Have we ever seen that? It would probably look cursed, right, to have Paimon not bobbing? Ben's distracted. Something seems to be the matter with Ben. Seems to want to go down? Oh, who would have thought? It's down instead of up. Huh? But Tirzat said the throne is definitely higher up. I told you, this guy's full of dookie. To go up, we must first go down. You cannot reach a peak without falling to your lowest, just like in life. Wow. What a life lesson, guys. Yes, exactly. Ha. Looks like you've learned quite a bit the few days we've... I've learned nothing from you. I even lost speech. Okay. Well then. So are these... What are they? They're like lizard, eagle, wolf, lions. Cool. Suck up the knowledge. I'm doing it. King Deshret. King Deshret, I'm climbing your statue. What do you mean these mechanisms don't work? I can go up right here, dude. I'm going up already. You guys go down, I don't care. Done it. I've beaten the game. King Deshret. I'm here. Yeet. Alright, never mind. Goodbye. Down we go. Where was it? I understand it's pointing me down, but I don't see where Ben went. Benny, you down here? Benny's definitely down here. This looks like a Benny spot if I've ever seen one. Descend further. Descend even further. Activate Plinths of Secret Rites. You what? Continue forward. I have no idea what I'm doing. I'm getting so many pop-up quests. Alright, this is definitely involved, right? It always is. Then, let's just let Tizrat paint him as the bad guy in this thesis. Hey. Yeah. Yeah. The best reaction? Burning. Remember when burning was actually really strong against us, and then it came out as a reaction we could use, and it was Dookie? I remember. So, what now? Release. We're activating the second pillar. Cool. Activate the mechanism in the center of the... I mean, this... What? Is there a T? There is a T. This can help me activate this right now. Yeah. Yeah, that's right. Boom. I activated one. I activated one. This is definitely gonna have more loot as well. I hope anyway. Because this is a cool place. I hope we get to revisit it. I don't know if you guys remember, maybe I've never talked about it, but in my first exploration video, which is Liwa, I think I said I left most of the chests because the world feels more alive having interactive things there. And even if I don't do them, the simple idea of them being there added to the game for me. And to be fair, I don't really see a reason to go back to Liwa ever now, you know, because there's no chests or anything. Except for events, maybe. But I have the same with this place. Look at the amount of effort that's been put into this place. And once we've explored it, there's just never going to be a reason to come back. I'm lost. Where did it go? Am I doing this right? I didn't see where the cube went, I'll be honest. I'm lost. Is it here? No, it's not. Where did it? I was lost in my little story. I'm being shoved everywhere. Wait, I never put it out of this? Yeah, I did. There's no way I spaced out that bad. Oh, is it getting winded away? Ah. I see. Quick! Quick, young man! Young man. Oh, you're doomed again. Do I have to let it go first? Am I the one that keeps activating those by walking up to them? Oh wait, of course, I can pause it. Don't go! Nice. Mechanisms paused. Go, go, go! Yes, young man. This little cube's smart. Let's go, little cube. Smarter than me, anyway. I kept forgetting that and just destroyed little cube. King Deshret's cube. Get him. Only one of the two is activated every time. That's crazy, dude. That's what a coinky dink. What a coinky dink, and that this artifact is placed here every time as well. It's such a coinky dink. We're going down. Get ready. You ready? Timber! You're still watching this. I'm allowed to make the stupidest jokes now, because if you're still watching now, you're probably going to be watching till the end, you feel? There's no way you stuck around until now, and now a timber joke is going to make you leave, right? You got it, champ. You don't need me. Why do you need... What is the point of this? What is this puzzle? It's literally left, right, left. Oh, whatever. I love it still. Thank you for this great puzzle. Help. Oh, don't help. I'm good. Is it gonna go up? No way. It's gonna... Wow. Through the sand like that? That looked like it was unbudgeable. Alright. And then we're done. We just activate the last little thingy. I wonder what's gonna happen. It doesn't feel to me like we're at the end at all. It feels like there's so much more that's gonna happen. And maybe there is. We'll see. Maybe this isn't, you know, maybe the treasure of King Deshret is the friends we made along the way. I have to stop saying this stupid. It's so unfunny. Everyone says it for everything. It's so unfunny. Oh wow, Yuli's so scenic there. Nyum. Guys, I've done it. Nyum. Is it gonna beam up into the sky? It kind of feels like one of those moments. Yeah, we should be able to get to the upper level now. Alright. Well, you say so. I believe it. Ooh, it's pretty. I like it. How did we get up again? I'm lost. Paimon, help. Go to the upper floor. I'm working on it. Up and away. Here we go. I still don't know why that thing is there at all. Doesn't really have any purpose. But maybe it was King Deshret's favorite glider so that he could, you know, play during his office hours. Who knows? Maybe King Deshret wasn't that serious, and maybe King Deshret's chair is gonna be Paimon-sized. What if King Deshret was actually Paimon-sized? Operate the prism. This is evil. This is red, it's evil. I'm worried. What does it say? See? Red, evil. The prism of khaenri'ah is a control device with King Deshret's runes that gives off an enigmatic light. If you get close to a prism of khaenri'ah suit, you can control all nearby objects that give off the same light as. You can also change the color of the prism with a serious light. Oh, we know it's friendly now. Did you understand anything of what I said? Because I don't even know if I said anything I could understand. So what's the point? Operate. Wow. This is great. It's truly a great feature. What am I doing? Operate the prism of khaenri'ah suit to try and reach the upper floor. What's the point of this thing? Oh, I can stand here. How wonderful. What the? This is a puzzle. This is a puzzle right here. So what I'm trying to do... I need to move that red one out of the way. I get it. Oh, look at that. I don't have to... That's great. They don't do the cutscene every time. I'm proud of you, Genshin, for making this right. Ah. I see. So... about that. Switch. If I operate this now. That one switched with me. Oh, I see. Do you only go up and down once? Is that all you do? No, you can go down twice as well. Operate. I guess I operate it again. Then that one's in the way too. Then I switch to color. And then I can operate it again. Did another one? Why you? Why you troll me now? I switch again. I operate again. I operate... No, I didn't mean to switch. It's gonna ruin it, because that one's gonna go down. Huh. No! Wait, if I operate the blue one again, that one's gonna be in the way, and that one's also gonna be in the way. If I switch... Why do you switch with me? Why do you become red? This has to be the blue and then even further. Operate it. And then operate it again. Okay, there we go. Yeah. Guys, I got it. And I can walk here. I'm walking here. Start up. Elevator. I understand. Okay, sure. No, I do understand. I get it. I was actually King Deshret's architect. I should have pressed it as Lumine. This is so much less scenic. Why would Yoi be interested in any of this? Yoi's like, let me make fireworks. Bring me home to Nahanahangara. What was it? Naganahara. That's right. I remember Yoi lore. I'm interested in this video game. This is the video game I know the most lore about ever. Defeat the opponents. Well. Come here, besties! Oh, I defeated them. Strange. Why did they stop? I walked up. What am I? I'm Queen Jean. King Desh is unreasonable as something. Al-Ahmar's throne is up. It's close. It probably respects us because we've gone through all the trials, you feel? I feel. Continue exploring. I'm working on it. Stop popping up on me, dude. I'm trying to enjoy my time. That's what you get, King Deshret. Whoa! It's King Deshret the goat man. That's actually a goat, isn't it? Yo, King Deshret the goat. Approach the throne. Seize the abyss again. It's a goat, isn't it? It's got little horns. And a crown. It's a metaphor. We don't call it the greatest of all time for nothing. This chair's huge. Paimon feels like just sitting on it is going to make Paimon super great. I want to sit on it too. Sitting on a seat that doesn't belong to you won't end well. I guess that is true. I may disapprove of a tyrant like King Deshret, but your thoughts might be a little too audacious. Even so, Paimon. Anyway, nothing happened. Huh. Is something lacking? Or perhaps we made a mistake in a procedure? Jabril did mention that only the chosen may kneel before the throne. Maybe we really have to kneel before the throne? But I'm a researcher at academia. I can't kneel before a tyrant's throne. It's an empty throne, too. Wouldn't that make it less significant? Like, you just do it and it wouldn't matter? Don't worry, it won't be empty once Paimon sits there. Come on, Paimon, sit there. I love... Let's go, Lumine. You're seriously... Jet, please help me with Paimon. Jet? Wait, where did Jet go? She was with us just a moment ago, right? Samael. Oh no. Did they capture her? No, don't do... I swear if you... I don't know if I'll be able to hold back the cuss words. Jabril, are you still refusing to admit that you're a Thutmose deep down? Self-deceiving makes no difference for people like us. You know it. Thutmose. I don't know if I'm pronouncing it well. Thutmose. Al-Ahmar's throne is right before us. Aren't you obsessed with it too? No mere grain of sand can reject the golden slumber. Al-Ahmar's promise is the paradise that all of us dream of. Did you think that betraying the Thutmose would be enough to deny your nature? I knew you'd be back. Little Jet, do you see it now? Once he laid eyes on Al-Ahmar's throne, your dear father forgot everything, even you. That was my mistake. It has nothing to do with him. You're as stubborn as your father, but your talkativeness. I guess you must have gotten that from Ufera, huh? Samael, we've solved everything for you, and brought you to the throne. Your dream should be fulfilled. Jet is useless to you, so why keep her? I see. You're finally showing your true colors, huh, Jabril? Use their plans against them. You're just one of them like I expected. He's trying to protect his daughter, you freak. So this is your choice. Looks like your companions never really trusted you at all. Tirzad, your expedition should be over now. We've explored the entire Khaenri'ah suit, and you should now have all the knowledge you need for your paper. You should start considering how to get back safely now. I promise to protect you until the end, and I'll keep my word. Such greed. Jabril, I thought I knew you, but I really don't understand what you're doing right now. You're trying to shoulder every burden, your daughter's safety, that researcher's commission, and even Al-Ahmar's secrets. Why am I not being mentioned? I thought you learned your lesson about greed when Ufera died. Oh, sorry, or should I say, I taught you that lesson. Oh, I hate him so much. I hate this guy. Perhaps you learned your lesson, and you're prepared to pay the price now. Let's see which amongst them will be the price you pay. This weirdo keeps saying weird stuff. Paimon's getting all confused. I'm distracted. Paimon, stop talking to me. Stop. Paimon. Have we uncovered anything? And what are Al-Ahmar's secrets anyway? And the golden slumber? Aren't those just desert superstitions? Things like that are too vague. There's no research value in them. They say anyone, this guy's just having a intellectual talk in the middle of half a battlefield, whatever. They said anyone who gains King Deshrite's wisdom is permitted to enter the golden slumber and enjoy eternal peace and happiness. It's just paradise. Just paradise from a different culture. Besides ignorant children, who could take that seriously? You third-rate researcher. Oh, if Ufera were alive, she would have written multiple books by now. You killed her, you absolute freak. Someone like you has no right to talk about Al-Ahmar's legacy. Enough. If you wish to sit on Al-Ahmar's throne, then do so as you please. I won't stop you, and I won't tell Tirzad to do that either. I opened the path to Al-Ahmar's throne for you, and I used Tirzad and Rednas to make Khaenri'ah suit manifest itself. I don't think I owe Tirzad anything. He wanted a paper that could shock the academic world, and now has material that no one else has. I've helped him accomplish his objective. Now, give Jet to me and we'll be even. I'm really curious. Why are you always so evasive when Al-Ahmar's secrets are mentioned? It's an empty throne. Anyone can sit on it. An unqualified and mediocre person won't become great just by sitting on it. That prayer is the key. But, of course, you know that. Well, it all makes sense if you were planning to return alone. Unfortunately, unless you're willing to pay with Chet's life. Nothing is more important than family. We would know. I hate this Samael guy. Sumeru has some of the people I dislike the most in the game so far. Whether it's the sage or the Samael guy. Ugh. Paimon may not know the secrets Al-Ahmar keeps mentioning are, but it doesn't matter if it's the truth or if it's superstition like Tirzad says. Both strength and endless wealth are nothing before family. What kind of prayer has that much appeal? I refuse to believe it, but I don't mind listening in. It wouldn't hurt to include an anecdote in my paper. If something like that can be exchanged for Jet's safety, then stop hesitating and tell him. To be honest, I expect that we might have to fight for our lives to get home, so isn't it great that we can resolve this peacefully? His daughter's life is being threatened. Do you think this is peaceful? I never expect to see such intense superstition. I guess my knowledge is still lacking. Perhaps this superstition is linked to King Deshrite as it is. Maybe we're studying after all. Oh, stars high above the wasteland. He knows. He knew all along. Maybe he is his son. He's King Deshret's descendant. Jabril recites the song he sang softly at night at the oasis. Yeah, of course. It's gonna activate a mechanism or something, you know? Father? Jabril? Why? Get ready. For what? You're just worrying me. Oh, stars high above the wasteland. Huh. I see. Is he gonna transform? Samael repeats the prayer. Nice seated position, dude. He's got some strong legs. How is that leg floating? What is this? He's gonna become some kind of monster. Wait! Okay, what if the same thing happens as the people that took that divine knowledge capsule and went completely insane? He looks so strange. He fell asleep. No, wait. He isn't breathing. He got what he wanted. He's inside the golden slumber that Al-Ahmar promised. The eternal dreamland. So that's what you meant with the eternal dreamland. Maybe it's not paradise after all, huh? What happened to Samael? None of you will leave this place alive. What do you mean? You're just air my default skin JPEG 1. What are you gonna do? Get ready for battle? What do you mean?
That's close enough.
Maybe it just meant death, you know? Maybe that's all there was to it.
Goldfish of Doom!
Goldfish of Doom!
Wind, hear me.
Wait, I have my new genie. We need to test it. Whoa, can I throw a fart? Yeet! Oh wow, I can throw a fart. Alright, get egg. It's fine. You know what? It is Halloween. Oh, it's Halloween month. So getting egged actually makes sense. That'd be a good title for a Halloween special. Getting egged. Get him! Get him decked! I really wonder how you guys are going to tell me to pronounce this in a nice way. I think Jet makes the most sense, but Jet was just better for my throat if I was going to commentate this entire questline, to be honest. Pop, 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 physical unit. Pop, 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 pop. Where are you fighting over here? You're doing fine.
Fire hazard!
Pop, pop. Pop, pop. This, I mean, the first two are very weak, aren't they? It is better if you just keep clicking. We'll have you a little yeet, I'll have a little burn.
Propagate!
Wait, I want to burn. Watch that. No, you quickened them! Defeat the subordinates, huh? Oh, there's more. Wow, I'm so weak and slow.
Germinate!
I'm making this fight really intense. Guys, it's a boss battle.
There is no escape.
That's why it's so tense.
Perish.
It's a close fight with insane gear requirements. Okay, this is going a bit easier. More!
Shine down.
Whoa! Good thing I brought a healer. You guys protect me. You said you're protecting me. This guy though, Jabril, he keeps talking about, yeah, I've done what he wanted me to do. All I want is protect my daughter now. He never mentioned us. How about us? I feel like we deserve so much as well.
Inazuma shines eternal.
About us. Oh my god, maybe he knows more about our brother as well. What if Jabril actually is reincarnation of King Deshret?
Shine down.
And he already, like, King Deshret, his homies, will eat him.
I'll be back.
I can see it. I have a vision. Father, what's going on? That prayer. Jabril, you mentioned that Jet's mother deciphered it from Al-Ahmar's texts. I didn't expect it to be used here. But is Al-Ahmar, golden slumber, a way to send his believers into eternal sleep? That makes it more terrifying than I ever imagined. I really should get back and update the collective knowledge of the academic world. Thank goodness Paimon didn't sit on that throne. Guess sitting on a seat that doesn't belong to you really doesn't end well, huh? I told you. I have so many questions. It's true. Our book of questions keeps growing, and our answered questions are still 0. We never get any answers. Ufera made this interference with Al-Ahmar's promise. Those who offer the correct prayer to Al-Ahmar will be granted the entry to the Golden Slumber, but it's a one-way trip. No one can move freely between the eternal dreamland and reality. It seems like Ufera was right. Samael is gone forever. I must admit that it was a very risky gamble, but all that matters is that Jet is safe. That's right, everyone's safe, and that's the most important thing. Let me summarize the overall situation now. Jet's back safely, and Samael's subordinates have been defeated. Samael got his wish, didn't he? If he wasn't such a villain, I'd even feel like thanking him. Anyway, since he's in paradise he dreamed of, I don't need his permission to use him as a case study in my paper, right? Well, all that well ends well, huh? I, Tirzad, hereby announce that this archaeological expedition has been completed successfully and has yielded great results. Is it really over? This doesn't feel real. I feel you on that. Actually, it isn't over. I mean, the minimum requirement of the commission was to escort me safely back to Aru village, right? That's true. Tirzad's commission isn't over, so I can't just slack off yet. Father and I will be free once we escort Tirzad back safely. Then we can go wherever we want. Oh, I'm not talking about the desert, by the way. I mean, literally anywhere. It's fine, Jet. I'm willing to accompany you wherever you want to go. As for Euthera, I'll tell you about her if you're willing to listen. There's her research notes too, but I don't know if you'll be interested in those. I was worried about losing them, so I didn't bring any of them along. I left them in some luggage with Bunny Fuzz, once we returned to Aru village to get our luggage. Well, what are we waiting for? Let's go! Does anyone else feel like something's wrong? Yeah. Something's coming this way. What? What the hell is that? I'm waiting. I'm waiting. I'm waiting if it stops. Yeah, I did stop. Oh, that would have been cool if it, like, took over the whole screen. What's going on? How could this be? It feels like there's a giant taking steps. Ben Ben? Oh, Ben Ben. Ben Ben teleport us out. Ben Ben make protective shield. Is it Samael? Oh no. If he gained Al-Ahmar's wisdom, then even if it's just for an instant, he would have gained Al-Ahmar's authority. We must leave immediately. Okay. I'm very intrigued. I'm very... Can I? Should I? Can I talk to them? Is there news? Samael. This is actually interesting. Interesting. We get to mess around now. You get to take a selfie with Samael. What are you looking up for? Lumine? What are you looking at? What? What's up there? Interesting. What a weird picture this is. What a weird frame. Al-Ahmar V2. Why is Lumine looking up? That makes it even weirder. Oh, she stopped. She's over it. Okay, well. I think it's just because even the sitting model of Jafar or whatever his name. What's his name? Samael? Why do they call him Jafar? We must leave immediately. Yes. Yes, we must. What did this happen? This entire building, is it trying to get us? I think so. Underestimate the degree of his obsession. He was... What? Oh, what the... I didn't even get to see the dialogue. I care for the dialogue. It's fine. Am I ruining the immersion yet? Power of Al-Ahmar's hours. Oh, Samael did speak. Dinner Bill is trying to get his smells doing, but he didn't. He underestimated the degree of his obsession. He was able to preserve his individuality amidst his consciousness had departed from... How do you expect me to read this? The dreams of Thutmose. We will fulfill them. It was so hard, so difficult to find all the materials for my paper. Oh god. I guess we're doing the same domains again. Oh, ow. I lost a lot of health there. Where am I headed? That way? Oh my good god. I'm dead again, by the way. Did it stop? It didn't. Run! This is where I need Yayla! Run! No! Run, Lumine! That's actually a close call. Wow. He closed the door on me or what? The door is shut. What do we do? Well, we're dead. It was right here. We're dead. We must defeat Samael, who's still in Al-Ahmar's power, but his physical form in this world must be destroyed already. That makes him formless. And how do we defeat him? Don't tell me he's invincible in the eternal dreamland. Unless someone goes where he is. No. 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 No one can come back. It's true. No. No way. Slowly walks away. Very dramatically. But Jabril, that place is sucked up. There's no time to lose. I promise to keep you all safe until the end. What is this place? I don't know, Jabril. Maybe you're the chosen one. Jabril, haha, you're here. I dislike him so much. I knew it. I knew it. We are the twin blades of Thutmose. Our lives dedicated to uncovering the secrets of the golden slumber. You took the long way around, but it doesn't matter anymore. We've met again here, at the end of that path. You were just lost before. But the sands of Thutmose always return before Al-Ahmar's throne. Like the dehydrated thirst for a spring. You're right. Let me take a sip. Sorry for your immersion. Only the illusory of the eternal oasis can relive our agony. I'm inside the golden slumber promised by Al-Ahmar? Oh, you are not us yet. It's fine. Soon there'll be no you. You will become a part of us. This meaningless talk will be unnecessary then. No, I'm here to stop you. My mission is to protect. I must protect Jet and the others. Why? Why care about such trivial matters? Great power is right before you. It's like a torrent in the desert. Don't you feel it? You should obey. Al-Ahmar's will is our will. The Thutmose' dreams are in our hands. No, Ufera taught me that I'm not just some part of you. I'm an independent person. I have my own dreams. I won't go back. Jibril, why don't you understand? Love is just a fever. I haven't eliminated the infection for you. Has the heat made you lose your mind? You're the one who's lost their mind, Samil, not me. The golden slumber that Al-Ahmar promised us isn't like this. It's not a sad place where only we and no I. I'm not sad. I know what I want. My dream is to be one with Thutmose. Yet you, the warmth of another, I despise such feelings. It makes you weak. Your betrayal was like a blade in my chest, but I obtained Al-Ahmar's wisdom, and that wound I thought would never heal is nothing but a memory now. You've realized it too, haven't you? The drowsiness. Al-Ahmar is summoning you into the dream. Stop arguing meaninglessly with me. Come, fall into deep sleep. He's probably gonna get cancelled by Al-Ahmar. And he's gonna not be cancelled, because he's toxic. And you get cancelled. When you awaken again, no, when we awaken again, nothing will be left standing in our way. The Thutmose' dream will be fulfilled. No, you're my enemy. My dream is... We are in the dunes, and you are a grain of sand. We are one. You know this. No, I'm the treacherous grit. I abandoned the Thutmose, and I chose a different path. You took the long way around, but you reached the correct destination. Admit it. This is the dream hidden within your heart. I wanted to return to this place? Yes, you did. There is no hatred here, only eternal peace. No bitter salt water, only an endless spring. Sleep, Jibril. Sleep. Father! Father! No way Jet came in here as well. No way. His body has disappeared. He's not coming back, Jet. This can't be. What? Don't get me to sob. It's not even voice acted. I'm doing it myself. I refuse to believe it. He always kept his promises. He promised me to tell me about my mother. All of you heard him. He wouldn't lie to me. He never lies to me. I refuse to yield. Jet is right. I'm a man of my word. I promise to protect them until the end. I see. Your ties to the mundane inhibit you. Just like that infection, I have to eliminate them. The door is open? It must be Jibril. I'm still shaking, Jet. It's dangerous here. We can't stay, or else his sacrifice would mean nothing. Leave if you want. Father will be back. He'll be so sad if he couldn't find when he wakes up. I won't leave him. How foolish. These trivial troubles will vanish when the wind soon. I won't let you win. Ha! I finally get it. Sameo, you're right. There will be no me. Only us. But you're not the only one who can decide our will. You can't be serious. Sameo, the twin blades of Thutmose are equal, so die here, with me. What? Stop. I need to hold... I don't know why this is so emo, but I'm sobbing a little bit. Jet, forgive me. You have to go on... Let me start that again. Jet, forgive me. You'll have to go on alone from now on. No. I'm sure you won't forgive me. After all, it's my first time breaking a promise to you. I hear the voices of many here. I think you fare it too. She's humming the song of her home. Oh, if only you could hear it too. Why couldn't I have told you a little more about her? Her soft curly hair and that innocent smile of hers. I have so many things I want to share with you, but I'm no longer able to distinguish if they are my memories or our memories. Sorry. What is this apology video? The door's closed again? Thank goodness we made it out in time. Jibril protected us, but he... Father, yeah. Even Ben's mad about it. It must be Jibril who opened the door for us. Without him, we would have been... just say dead. He fulfilled his promise. This place may not be completely safe. Let's meet up with Nachtigall's group and head back to Ari village. Refusing to give up, Jet examined the entrance to Kaijinisu after time, only to find the door tightly shut. Behind it was dead silence. Things had happened, and beyond redemption. Jet, now having but to accept reality, put away Jibril's axe carefully. It is the only thing he has left behind. We finally managed to persuade her to come back with us to the camp. We then informed the merchants what happened and returned to Ari village. You know, we're probably going to spawn back in Ari village, but also, Jibril said that the research and such were buried because he didn't want to lose them. He hid those. They're still around somewhere. So there's still things that she can find. There's still things that Jet can find, you know, about her mother and maybe even about Jibril himself. I hope, anyway, for her. Although I have no idea where he would have left them. What a trip that was. It all started with this dude just standing here in this little village, in Aru village. To think that something like that happened. Animal Archon, bless us all. I think Venti's busy sipping on some wine or something. I'm really sorry about what happened to Jibril, but at least all of you returned safely. I think we may have to reconsider our career as traveling merchants. The desert is 100 times more dangerous than I expected, even for someone as capable as Jibril. And nobody like me doesn't have many lives. Ugh. You know, you understand that you probably wouldn't get in this situation. Whatever. This may be a bad timing, but I have to ask about what all you plan to do now. I believe Tirza will be returning to Sumeru City. Me? Yes, I will. I should head back and start writing my paper. I must record everything that I witnessed. But not for academic glory or anything. Jibril did as he promised he would. Yet I've always been avoiding my responsibilities. Now it's my turn too. I must shoulder my responsibilities. And as for this stone slate, I've prepared a replica for reference. As for the original, I hope you'll keep it safe for me. I'm not trying to run from danger. It's a commission, you hear? A commission, right. Just think about it. I'll be completely occupied with my paper soon, but an adventurer like you will never stop adventuring, right? Well, what if I get old, Tirzad? If you make new discoveries during this time, wouldn't we make the perfect team? The thesis material shall be mine, and the Mora yours. I don't want the Mora. I don't want any of this. That's perfect. We'll be making the best use of all our resources. And Jet, what do you plan to do now? Do you have any friends you can rely on or something? Father, he was so busy. He never had time for anything. He didn't leave anything behind. Just that axe he always used. He did leave things behind. Father said he hoped he could meet her again in the Eternal Oasis, but that day was still very, very far away. Liar! He lied to me and to my mother. He should keep his own promises, and I have to fulfill it for him, and take his axe, and Mother's research notes, which he kept with his luggage. Oh, that's where they are. To the Eternal Oasis. I hope they'll find true peace there. Ben! Is there anything we can do to help? Thank you, but it's alright. While I was taking a quick look through my mother's research notes, I noticed that something like casual diary entries on the edge of pages. See, I knew it. I felt it. I mean, it was obvious. I found out my father is from this tribe called Tanit, so I plan to look for them. Perhaps they can tell me about my father. Yeah. Perhaps they can. Are you bringing Ben? Sorry, I just haven't... I'm sorry. Yeah. I don't know. I wouldn't know what to do here either. I'd probably give a hug, but I don't think that'd be a great idea at this point. Yeah. Anyway, Nachtigall and I will be staying here for a while. We'll be having a good long think about our future. We should be staying in Sumeru for some time too. Paimon just has this feeling that there are so many more secrets to uncover. What foreshadowing. Come to us if you need anything. We'll do our best to help you. And good luck in your adventures. No way, that's the end. Ay, gold slumber. Wow. Slumber, the brother of... Guys, what if we see them again? What if there's another quest and we actually go to the Golden Oasis and we see everyone? Am I a wishful thinker? Maybe. Maybe I am. Tirzad, what's up? Oh, it's you. Anything else you want to discuss? Jibril. I remain doubtful of it until the end. I'm such an awful person. True. All I have for me is gratitude. I'll never be able to commit before this, whether it's in academics or life, but that ends now. I will take the path I believe in, no matter how difficult it may be. This is the least I can do to pay my respects to him. Good angle. King Deshret. Starting to think the credibility articles I've read. That prayer, it gives me some strange feeling I could put a finger on. Samil too, what he said. I think I should study it further once I get back. My main mission is to write my paper I originally planned. Yeah, sure, fair enough. What about Jet? Is this kind of mean? I wish I could do something for her, but I can't. Well, and she refused to say anything. If she would just speak her desire, I'd be willing to do anything in my power to help her. I understand it. I understand it. Or Omid and Mirchat, are they? Don't worry, they're both fine. Just that they have other plans, so they won't continue working with us. Are you talking about the Shumpty Shumpters right now? Oh no, what do? We can't handle all the work. Only the two of us. We've got to hire more people, but who'd want to come to our village? Forget it. Let's discuss this later. Anyway, Cyrus got back safely. That's at least something to be happy about, right? I'll never let it go to such a dangerous place again. What are you talking about? We're Sumpter Beast merchants. What are we going to eat if our Sumpter Beast don't work? You can't simply fill your belly with wind, even if you could. Open your mouth here and I guarantee you to get a mouthful of sand instead. Can't let Cyrus take risks. You look pretty strong to me. Why don't you carry our goods instead? Question mark. That's good talk. Hey, Jet. You alright? Still not very good at controlling my emotions. Don't apologize for that. Thank you. May your travels be smooth. Pawan hopes that everything will go well for you too. And I'm sure it will. Poor Jet. Hey Cyrus, what's up, dude? Recognize you, shaking its head from side to side as it does. Don't make Boniface worry now. Thanks for carrying all that stuff. This is my favorite. I need to take a little picture with Cyrus, right? I can't just not take a picture with Cyrus. My favorite Shumpty Shumpty. Can they both look at the camera? Smile for the camera. Me hanging out with my homie. Alright, well, wow, that was pretty incredible. Dandelion, I get it, it's because you're from Mondstadt. Oh, they did bring back the others as well. Windwheel Aster. Ah, but why Cyrus? Oh, he is the adventurer, that's right. That's what Cyrus was. Wow. Okay, let's do an outro. That was crazy. I'm just running anywhere, trying to find something a little bit scenic. Like, I kind of like this background. I think this looks nice. Oh man. Okay, well, thank you so much for watching this crazy desert quest. We got a lot of insight. Well, actually we didn't. We just left with more questions. We got some info. I just did that. We got some info on personal stories from people. It really had nothing. I don't think we learned anything. We still don't know if King Deshret was good or bad after all this. I feel like the ending of this, I feel like it's not a real ending though, you know what I mean? I feel like there might be more to it, which is kind of exciting. At the same time, maybe it's just done and it will always feel like a loose end in my head, which kind of sucks. I also wonder if at the very end of the game, all this lore will actually be meaningful. Will it actually mean something, or was it just a little side story that, you know, will never get a real ending? Because I feel like there's more to it. I really kind of want to know what Jet's gonna do in a while, you know? It'd be cool to maybe see her traveling in some other region in the future. And, I don't know, see something like that. But I don't know how the game's gonna handle these things. Either way, thank you very much for watching this. I hope you enjoyed. I definitely enjoyed playing through this. And as I said, I really like doing these story quests. With a little bit more, you know, it's more of a cozy vibe because I get to take my time and just chat a lot of baloney in between. And yeah, take my time with these, and there's not a lot of editing either. So yeah, lots of love, take care, and I will see you in the next one. Bye bye.